gang of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Including Jiminy in Provo.
Jiminy Cricket.
Just Jiminy.
Oh, just Jiminy.
I don't want to know his last name is.
In Provo.
In Provo, because on this day in 1967, the Beatles started a 23-week run at #1 on the charts, with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band recorded over a 129-day period beginning in December of 1966. The album widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time.
I have it in my mind that the first song from the album was released on my birthday in 1966.
Really?
May 19. We could just play the whole damn thing this morning.
You really could. I mean, it's just...
Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly.
A
girl with kaleidoscope eyes.
Very few records do I know every word to every song.
It's getting better all the
This is a really good one.
I used to get mad at my school. The teachers that taught me weren't cool. They're holding me down, turning me round, filling me up with your rules. To admit it's getting...
Paul McCartney's a genius.
Well, he didn't do it all by himself.
I'm fixing a hole.
This is pretty much all his concept.
And stops my mind from wandering where it will go.
Interesting fact about the album.
Yes?
The cover
Yes.
for Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, one of the most iconic album covers ever, was designed by Sir Peter Blake and his then wife, Jan Haworth. Jan Haworth lives here in Salt Lake City, as does her daughter, Daisy Blake, who I'm friends with.
Oh.
So I have a sort
And
of a...
did she do the Sgt. Pepper's mural?
The mural, yeah.
Over
Jan,
by
yeah, Jan did.
the Gateway?
Yeah. Jan is still an art. She's an artist and does all kinds of stuff.
That's cool.
Handkerchief.
And Daisy's still close to her father, goes to London and visits him.
For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a show tonight on trampoline.
A trampoline show! Ooh!
The Hendersons will all be there. Lady Pablo, Frankie's fair. What a scene.
Oh, the Hendersons will be there?
Yeah, well, remember they worked with Pablo Frankie.
That's right, yeah.
Of real fire.
Every single cut. And they all segue into one another. There are no...
They want you. They want you to just listen to it all the way. Mm-hmm. Does anybody make albums like that anymore?
Probably.
Aren't they just singles?
Roger Waters' most recent album.
Yeah.
Is that way?
I really like this one, too. This, man, you get high. You know, you got your lava lamp.
Man.
Yeah. I wonder who's playing the tablas on this. The Ringo?
Well, I think it's Ravi Shankar, isn't it?
Oh, it is. You're right. Guest artist.
I don't understand this one.
That's Gina. There's a reason for that.
Listen, George was hanging out with the Maharishi.
This is because you didn't get high, man.
No.
Oh, jeez. Everyone.
Every track on this album is solid.
Oh, but even my mother-in-law liked this song.
When I get older, losing my head, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine?
Birthday greetings, bottle of wine.
How many songs are on this?
13. The best song on the album is the last one.
Oh, are you tracking through all the
I'm
way
tracking
there?
through it all. So that's Lovely Rita, then there's this one. I love this.
Yeah, Good Morning.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to start with this one.
Nothing to do to save his life, call his wife in. Nothing to say, but what a day, how's your boy been?
See, then it goes into the reprise of Sgt. Pepper, where they say goodbye, you know. And then it goes into,
Yeah, this is really good.
which a lot of British artists say this is the greatest track ever written.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've heard that said.
I read the news
Oh.
today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords.
Anyway,
I wish we could get. Can you get just to the last chord? I just love that. The very last chord of that song is, and then it just goes.
That one?
Yeah. I don't know how long it goes on, but it's a while. That's what the moment I die. That's what I want. I want
That's
that
what
to
you
go,
want to hear?
I want it played.
That's going to be hard to time up.
I
It's
know.
Perfect.
We get it. Carrie is pretty good at it. Maybe I'll. When,
Just have him on hand.
yeah, if I'm dying, then
Saying, I think it's time.
I'll show up just long enough to.
yeah, just would hit that and say, "It was nice knowing you, Bill. See ya."
Is it still going?
Yeah. Let's see. It might even say how long it.
I'm trying to remember. There was a documentary about the album, and getting that note to last as long as it did was a challenge for them.
Oh, I forgot.
This is right at the very end.
Is that the kind of thing that the parents were scared of? Is
Yeah.
this?
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96,
Oh.
Radio from Hell.
That was wonderful. All
How
right.
do you feel better now, Bill? You were
I
a
do.
little out of sorts. And
Yeah, well, I slept through both of my alarms this morning. I have no idea how I did that. We'll take a break here, and then we'll come back with your check-ins. Any observations have you at all about Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? Or whatever you want to say. 877-602-9696 is the number. You can also text us at 339.
6.
6:22. Let's get this over with.
I'm for that. We can take your check-ins, like that guy said just a second ago. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We like to hear from you in the morning. You can also text us if you have a mind to do that. It's 33986. Gina.
Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrating their new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
The moon is 63.3% of full. The moon will rise today at, 2:53, I think, p.m. Today being a Wednesday. It's the 4th day of June in the year of our Lord, Jesus Christ, 2025. It's National Cheese Day. Celebrate by having
just all cheese?
Just having a hunk of cheese. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you hanker for a hunk of cheese?
Sometimes I like a good, a Wensleydale or some brie, perhaps. Triple cream.
Smoked Gouda.
I'd smoke.
I had that yesterday.
It's smoked, Carrie.
Gouda.
Gouda.
But here in America, we say Gouda.
Gouda. Carrie and I went to the place, the little town that it's made, which is called Gouda.
Gouda.
We said, we'd like to try some of your Gouda. They said, what?
They said, get out of here with that Gouda.
It's National Cognac Day. Have a snifter of cognac and a hunk of cheese. I have a hankering for some cognac and cheese. And it's National Hug Your Cat Day.
Aw.
Do cats like to be hugged?
Some do. Mine does not. Mine allows me to scratch his back as he bangs his head into the furniture. Such a dumb cat. And this is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson right there putting on his work hat. Hi, I'm Bill Allred. Almost didn't make it to work today. Gina Barberi right over there, looking fresh and lovely as ever.
Thank you.
Katie for short. Two Sneeze Katie, I call her, is our fine producer behind me. We also have Winston helping out. And there's a new head in there that I can't really see.
We're training. Tanner is helping train a new
Who?
person. Tanner is helping train a new person.
Well, what's Winston doing in there? I'm really confused.
And Vax the dog. Don't forget.
Yeah, and Vax, yes, indeed. There he is. You should get the camera off me. Get the camera off me.
All right. 877-602-9696 if you've a mind to check in on the phone. People are texting in. Bus driver Troy checking in. Jay, the former intern, checking in. What's your favorite moon phase? And why?
Favorite moon phase?
Mine is waning crescent because the new moon is coming. And that's like a fresh new start.
Yeah, I like that, Jay.
I like the full moon. I'm a full moon guy.
Give me a full moon.
Yeah.
Mixer driver Shane checking in from Spanish Fork. Joseph checking in from Layton. Good morning, Lord. Special thank you for playing the Beatles this morning. Have a great day.
You're welcome.
Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in. Excellent farting around this morning. I was glad I got to see Love in Vegas before the MGM closed.
I saw that too.
Oh, that's the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
And, I didn't think, I sort of avoided it. I thought it would be kind of dumb. And everybody I've talked to who saw it said it was great.
We went and saw it. Cirque du Soleil, everything they did was good. You should have trusted that they know.
I know,
what
I
they're
should
doing.
have.
Speaking of Sketchy Blake, Katie sent out one of our videos yesterday. It's the Sketchy Blake Detective Agency. Mm-hmm. He discovered the mystery of the polar bear from the mall in Idaho.
Thank you for doing that, Blake.
And Blake, thank you for keeping Ogden sketchy.
Yes. Ivan and Michael checking in. Right Wing Wade checking in. Justin from the most west of Wendover. There is not a day in my life where Sgt. Pepper's was not known. My parents were hardcore hippies. Long live Cosmic Airplane.
Yeah.
Cosmic Airplane. Oh, man.
Eric saying very early good morning from St. Diego. Jocelyn from Sandy was literally talking about that album yesterday with a coworker, my favorite Beatles album. Tree of Maine. It's been a minute since I've checked in. Loving the Beatles this morning. Sgt. Pepper's, hell of an album from Allison Sabo. Crazy Cat Lady. You should do a whole show farting around with the Beatles.
Well, we kind of did.
Zane of Dallas checking in with a little help from my friends. Is there anything that must go? Not having Mill Creek coffee here in Dallas must go.
Oh, yeah, Mill Creek coffee. Here, I have mine right here.
Yep.
You're not in Dallas.
Mine's the Broadway blend this morning. We do need your must goes, though. Send them to us. Radio from Hell at x96.com. Bay Area Mixer Driver checking in. Johnny B checking in. Thanks for letting me listen while laying brick. Mike in Nashville checking in, lovely farting around. Happy birthday to Dave Matthews Band bassist Stephen Lessard.
I bet there's not a day that goes by, 365 days a year, that Mike doesn't have a fact about Dave
Well, that
Matthews.
sounds like a
A
challenge.
factoid, yeah. Troy of Riverton checking in. Cardboard Chris checking in. I'm taking Mom to the ODC today to try to figure out why she keeps getting sick. Midvale's Rousdower checking in. Calvin from the Dell. Longtime caller, first-time listener, Adam here. I never appreciated the Beatles when I was younger. I regret that.
Well, there's still
Do
time.
it now.
Still time. Chef Roy checking in. They will just have time pulling Bill's plug to the end of that song. Oh, they're going to pull the plug.
Yeah, they'll just
Oh,
wait till
Yeah,
the
they'll
end.
just wait. You could do that.
You could
Yeah.
time it that way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Retired Johnny checking in.
And I bet I have any number of people who'd be willing to pull that plug.
Fighting to pull
Sure.
the plug.
Let me do it.
It'll be a contest here on the radio. Rye from Orem checking in.
Win the right to pull the plug.
Lance of Vineyard checking in. Head Shrinker Heather checking in.
We can put that in a chicken bucket.
Yeah, it's true. From the fullest of bounties. Get it, bountiful.
Oh, yes.
Tristan from the most west of Jordan's checking in. Happy Pride. Quinton checking in. Nurse Mandy checking in. Ishak of Erda checking in. Sorry I missed class yesterday. Happy to be back. Tim the Tree Guy checking in. Ella the Nanny.
Did you bring a note as to why you missed?
Please excuse me, Shack of Erda.
Woodworker Willie. Kilroy checking in. Lacey, Alice, and Lily checking in from Spanish Fork. Michaela Verino. Metal Shop Mark. Professional cat hugger Sid checking in.
It is Hug Your Cat Day.
The old
Yes.
cat hugger.
Braden checking in. Always remember the darkest night, there's always a brighter day. Oh. Rose Park Sydney checking in. Church Office Building Tyler checking in. Everybody's here, so let's go.
Tyler's listening from the church office building, presumably.
Presumably.
Oh, let's see. Infiniteam, I need extra help today because I usually get a lot of my traffic information from Twitter, and I don't know if Elon threw a fit and took it down, or Trump threw a fit and had it. Whatever. Twitter ain't working this morning.
Yeah.
I do have the UDOT website, but boy, that doesn't work so great.
It's been doged so bad, I think, because it rarely reports anything.
So if you could help me out, especially this morning, Infiniteam, letting me know what's on the roads, like Right Wing Wade usually does, checking in from I-15, both lanes, moving along well, he says. I do see some slowdowns northbound I-15 in Lehigh, and then disabled vehicle 42nd south at SR 85. But I need your help this morning, so let me know what you're seeing. You do that via text at 33986.
All right. We will take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song with Big Boy News and a Pinuendo. And Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. And right after that, it'll be Things That Must Go. You can still get them to us. Radio from Hell at x96.com. Zero Res coming to my house today.
Oh, and are you having them just do carpets, or are you going to have them
I'm having them do the stairs, our couch in the living room, carpet in front of it, and a couple of stools.
That's smart to have all that done. And you're probably taking advantage of the deal they have. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned and your hallway cleaned for free for only $109. You did mention X96
I did,
when you
specifically you.
So when you're on the website zerores.com,
Yeah.
what does it look like?
It says, where did you hear about us? And it gives you, newspaper, TV, and then there's radio.
Yeah.
And you click on radio, and there are several stations, and it says Radio from Hell, Gina.
So do that. That's how you get that $109 deal. And when they come to your house, what are you going to get? You're going to get their patented technology. Get your carpets, upholstery insanely clean without the use of detergents and harsh chemicals. They'll stay cleaner longer and safe for kids and pets. Fast dry times and the Gotta Love It guarantee. If you are unsatisfied with anything within 30 days, they'll come back and fix it. Go call 866-0RES or go to zerores.com.
Listen, I got this bag.
What do you got?
Have you noticed this sitting in the corner over here?
You hear about this?
This bag? No. This bag has been sitting in the corner of our studio right there
Yeah.
for months.
What, just on the floor?
Yeah, on the floor.
I have not noticed.
Months.
If it is a snake, it would have bit me.
Now, I know what's in it. And I know why it's in our studio. This is a nice bag.
That looks like an insulated bag.
It's a Land's End brand. I don't know if it's insulated or not. I have not ever opened it, but I know what's in it. So this bag, let's see if it's insulated. Yeah, kind of. No, you know what it's for? It's for beach clothes. It's a beach bag, and
Oh,
it's
so
got
it's
it's lined,
Yeah.
so you could put wet stuff in it if you needed to.
Yeah.
When you're done at the beach or the pool or whatever. Here, you want to see what's in it? I've not looked, but I know what's in it. Here. just look.
Well, who brought this? First of all,
I'll tell you in a second.
How did this appear?
It's a bag full of old leaves.
Why is there a bag of leaves
What is it?
in this studio?
So, because
Because
Dawson brought this, our intern,
okay,
who's not here anymore. Although he's coming, he's going to work for us here in the next few days.
yeah, there's gonna be some filling in here.
As I recall, we were going to put this little pile of leaves in a corner because Gina was saying one day, I can sleep anywhere. Just give me a little pile of leaves in the corner, and I'll lay down a pile of leaves. And so,
Brought that? Did he tell you he was bringing that in?
yes, and he brought it in, and I don't think I even looked at the leaves. I could tell there were leaves in it, and I put it in the corner, and I thought, oh, that might be a funny. And then the more I thought about it, it just wasn't.
It'd be a mess.
It was not. It was be a mess, and it wouldn't be funny.
Well, we need to give Dawson. That's a nice bag.
I know.
Yeah,
he
he
needs
should-
that bag back.
I know. And I don't know why he didn't come and take it back at some point. Yes, I do, because Dawson is Dawson.
Because he thought someday Bill's going to want to do this.
No,
and
no, I don't think so. I think he just Dawson's a goofball. You know, he just
Yeah.
I mean that in the kindest, nicest way. He's a goofball. I love the
You
guy.
think he forgot
But
about it? Or?
I think he just kind of forgot about it, and his wife didn't nag him about
His
where's that
wi-
beach bag.
His wife is going to want that. That's a nice bag.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice. It has the appearance of not being used, but I remember he told me he was going to do it. He said, "I got all these leaves at my house. Why don't I bring in a bunch of leaves that I've raked up, and then we can. It'll be funny. We can." And I thought, yeah, that'll be funny. But then when he brought them in, I thought, nah, that's not funny.
Dawson texting in. I forgot about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Hi,
so-
Dawson.
I bet you want your bag back, Dawson.
You want your bag back?
We'll give it back to you when you come in. Next.
And you know when I say you're a goofball, I mean that in the kindest, loving way. I love you, man. But he is goofy. He's kind of spacey sometimes.
I mean, I probably could sleep on a pile of leaves.
I don't recall why. Exactly the conversation, but it was something like,
I can sleep anywhere. I can.
I think that's what it was. You were saying I could sleep anywhere. I could sleep on a pile of leaves somewhere. And
I wish
skill.
I had that skill.
No?
Curse, whatever it is you want to call it.
you've been quite tired this week.
I'm looking forward to doing nothing this weekend. I mean, absolutely nothing. You know?
I've been having this horrible sleep problem. I've been waking. I get up at 3 normally on
Yeah.
the work week. That's when the alarm goes off. I've been waking up at 2.
That's annoying
God, I
because
hate
that's because that's too like do I just want to
Yeah,
get up?
exactly. What do you do?
Like if you wake up at midnight, you're like, I can go back to sleep and I have time. But when you're that close
Yeah.
to the time you're supposed to wake up,
Usually I can go back to sleep a little bit, but it's a restless kind of.
and then do you check the time?
Yes.
Like because you keep thinking, it's
even,
no, and
even
it's
though
only
I
been
know
10
my
minutes.
even
It's
though I
only
know
been-
my alarm is going to go
Yeah.
off, I still am checking the clock.
Hate that.
It's been a bad sleep week for me too, and I don't know. know
It's
if it's
daylight saving,
I don't know
probably.
if it's daylight saving related or not. Daylight saving time never used to bother me in the slightest. I just didn't care, you know. it
Even
didn't-
with the time we get up in the morning.
yeah, it never bothered me. But the last couple of years, it's kind of like.
All right.
But Dawson, you have to take the leaves with you too.
Take the whole thing.
You can.
You can get the bag, but I'm keeping the leaves.
Because on this day in 1983, number 3 on the charts, only behind Let's Dance, David Bowie, and Flashdance, What a Feeling. Number 3 on the charts.
Overkill.
Overkill.
I'd forgotten what a great song that
Oh,
was.
it's a terrific song.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We got Big Boy News and Opinnuendo now. Then right after that, it's Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, the Dead Celebrity Game. Going to give you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of those celebrities are just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you're going to win what?
You are going to win tickets to the Utah Arts Festival.
Arts Festival tickets, 877-602-9696. That's the number to call to get in line for the Arts Festival's tickets. And all you have to do is play Frank Christ Presents. Big Boy News now, brought to you by
Alta Bank has your back with hassle-free accounts featuring totally free checking, no minimums, no fees. Jump headfirst into your future by visiting altabank.com or your local branch today.
Sean Combs told I avoid saying Diddy, but should I say Diddy because the people
You might need to just in
identify him
case.
better.
maybe, I don't know.
I just hate that. But anyway, he told a former Los Angeles hotel guard that it would ruin his career if a security video of him kicking and dragging his girlfriend and the singer Cassie Venture in 2016, if that went public, he said it will just ruin my career.
Yes.
Well, it didn't.
Well, no, it just came out.
It didn't it come out after almost immediately after?
No, years
No,
it
it
was
was a
hidden.
long time.
It just came out like 6 months ago.
Eddie Garcia, that's the guard, testified to a jury that Combs made the comment repeatedly in 2016, soon after the attack, as he tried to buy what he hoped was the only copy of the video. Prosecutors have made the footage from the Intercontinental Hotel a centerpiece of evidence against Combs, the founder of Bad Boy Records, saying that it supports the claims of 3 women, including Cassie, who allege Combs abused them sexually and physically over the past 2 decades. They also say Combs' persistent efforts to hush up the episode fit into allegations that he used threats and his fortune and fame to get what he wanted. Combs has pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and racketeering charges lodged against him after his September arrest in a New York hotel.
I think that video that's enough. Like, any of this other stuff, salacious sex parties and all that, if you've seen that video, that is a man who should be behind bars forever.
But you can't discount the other stuff. Because
No, I'm not discounting it, I'm just saying.
because there were underage people involved.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I don't know is why they have a list of famous people who participated in those parties, why those people aren't on the stand.
Good question.
Why aren't they being questioned on the stand?
Why
I don't know,
aren't-
maybe
yeah.
they will be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It said Eddie Garcia, the guard, said he was nervous and scared about that being released. And
Well, do you have the part of the story where he gave him $100,000?
yeah, he
not
paid him off. Yeah.
in a paper bag, just like in the movies. Here's a paper bag with $100,000 in it. Don't you make that tape go away?
He had a bill counter, and he fed the money into the bill counter so he'd see how much it was, and then he put it all into a brown paper bag. Garcia signed a confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement, and that required him to pay $1 million if he breached the deal. So I guess he owes $1 million to Combs now. At the time, he said he was making $10.50 an hour working for hotel security, and so he took the money. He was upfront about that. I was making $10 bucks and a half, 50 cents an hour, and I took it. Well, here we go. The Utah Transit Authority made a last-minute decision last week to pull its Pride-themed bus from the Sunday Pride Parade after state lawmakers raised questions about the transit agency's involvement in the annual celebration of the state's LGBTQ plus community. UTA tweeted on May 31st, telling their nearly 50,000 followers to keep an eye out for our Pride-wrapped bus. The bus featured rainbow colors and slogans like Ride with Pride, Move with Pride, Work with Pride. Hours later, State Representative Trevor Lee quoted the post and asked, why is @RideUTA using tax dollars on this? Is this appropriate? Tell us what you think. At Ride UTA, who paid for this? The Salt Lake County Republican Party also posted on Twitter. Lee told Axios that UTA heard from state lawmakers last week who were concerned about the transit agency's participation in this year's Utah Pride Festival. He confirmed that the Pride-themed bus removal from the parade was a direct result of those discussions. I will say that as a state legislature, we did get involved, Trevor Lee.
Gay people ride the bus, too. That's
Utah Transit Authority spokesman Carl Arke told Axios last Friday that a decision was made to switch out the bus for a battery electric bus to showcase the clean air technology.
Oh,
But
so
that's
they're
not
still
all.
in the parade?
I guess.
Just not with the rainbow
I
themed
guess.
bus?
Now, so that's not all. For the first time since 2022, the Utah Transit Authority will skip the Utah Pride Festival,
okay.
following a pause on all festival and parade participation for the remainder of this year. Utah
Even the
lawmakers.
Pioneer Parade? Really?
I don't know. Utah lawmakers have previously expressed concerns over UTA's participation in the parade and in the celebration. Now they're doing something else. In the past, if you had a ticket for Pride, you could use that as a fare on UTA, on tracks or Front Runner
To get you to the event.
So you don't have to pay to park?
Yeah.
And
So you could
make
use
it
that.
easy.
They've taken that away.
Oh, come on.
That's it. Yep, no more. And it's the only event that they have taken away that right. You can still use your tickets for like the Ogden Twilight Concert Series for any number of events. The only thing they've taken away is the Pride ticket. That's really
It's petty.
Can they be any more obvious?
yeah. Gina, here's a story for you.
Okay.
Oh, I think you gave it to me. A 71-year-old woman died 8 days after symptoms began. A brain-eating amoeba. It's called Naegleria fowleri, or brain-eating amoeba, after rinsing her sinuses with tap water, using a neti pot. The woman experienced severe neurological symptoms, including fever. You want to write these down, Gina.
I don't neti pot.
Well, still, you never know.
This
You
is
never
why
know.
I don't want a brain amoeba.
You never know. You might be asleep and a brain-eating amoeba will crawl into your nose. Fever, headache, and an altered mental state.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah, despite medical treatment, she later developed seizures and died 8 days after the symptoms began. The CDC stated that investigators with the Texas Department of State Health, it was Texas water,
There you go.
found the presence of the brain-eating amoeba in her cerebrospinal fluid following lab testing. How common is this? Not common.
But if it only happens once, that's all I can't neti pot because I feel like I'm going to drown.
I love the feeling of it, and it's too much of a hassle to let's get some distilled water. But that if you do that, you're safe. Let's see. Just days after officially departing the White House, Elon Musk is going scorched earth on the signature budget legislation being championed by Donald Trump. In a post on X Tuesday afternoon, the former White House advisor sounded off on the legislation he considers a disgusting abomination. "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore," Musk wrote. "This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those of you who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it." Musk has previously criticized the Trump-backed Big Beautiful budget package, but has done so in far more measured fashion. Now he's just yelling. I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit. That's true. Not decrease it, and undermines the work of DOGE. Musk said, "I think the bill can be bigger and beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both." And the Trump administration is planning to roll back federal restrictions on oil and gas development across millions of acres of Alaskan wilderness. The Department of the Interior announced a proposal to rescind protections put in place for the National Petroleum Reserve in Alaska. The reserve is a 23 million acre area about 600 miles north of Anchorage. Let's make sure there are oil rigs all over it, shall we?
That's what they're going to do.
I know. It's coming.
What?
Those 2 million known gotaways scares the hell out of me. This is Tom Holman, the border chief He says, I'm convinced something is coming unless we can find them something that will be worse than 9/11.
What?
What is he talking about?
He's talking about the gotaways. That means an unlawful border crosser who is directly or indirectly observed making an unlawful entry into the United States is not apprehended and is not a turnback, according to the U.S. government. He said there are 2 million of them. I'm sure that there are terrorists among them. He claims that something is coming worse than 9/11.
Well, you've got the whole FBI and CIA, Department of Homeland Security. If only somebody could help this poor man.
Well, Kash Patel is running things there at the FBI. So, and here's the great news: a huge cloud of dust blown up from the Saharan Desert
Is
in
it a
Africa.
haboob?
It's expected to arrive in the United States late this week. The dust plume, which is about 2,000 miles wide from east to west, is forecast to sweep up through the Caribbean and into the southeastern United States as early as today. The dust is driven by waves of low pressure that move westward from Africa across the tropics, gathered into a phenomenon called the Saharan air layer.
I love it.
Wow.
The
It's
windy
headed
conditions.
right for Florida.
Yeah, it's going to be Florida and parts of the South. So it won't affect us, but it's going to be unpleasant for them.
Wait, back to Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
There's a texter. My wife emailed Trevor Lee about him needing to resign. He responded
Oh, did he?
by asking, "Why do you support sin?" The response came at 11:55 p.m.
You're up late,
So Trevor-
why do you support sin?
Because Trevor, he is one of the bulwarks against sin. He's holding back the devil.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Finally-
why do you people keep voting for these guys?
Finally, this story. A new Oreo is coming.
Oh, thank God.
It's no, but I'm going to not. Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong story here.
What?
Here, you asked for it, and McDonald's listened. I'll do the Oreo story next.
Okay.
Oh,
Snack wraps are officially back.
I didn't ask for that.
I didn't ask for that.
No,
I did.
I wanted the McDLT back.
Snack. They didn't listen to you. They listened to me. Snack wrap. I don't even know what a snack wrap
I think
is.
it sounds like a tortilla.
Yeah, I
with,
guess-
It's essentially it's a Big Mac inside of a tortilla. Yeah.
Well, no, it's a crispy chicken tender wrapped with shredded lettuce, cheese, ranch sauce on a tortilla.
Okay.
So it's
a chicken nugget.
Yeah, it's chicken nuggets wrapped in a tortilla.
In a tortilla.
I didn't ask for that.
I didn't want that either, really.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
The New York Knicks continue to pull at Ben Stiller's heartstrings. After his team was eliminated by the Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals on May 31st, the Knicks announced on Tuesday that they have parted ways with their legendary coach, Tom Thibodeau, and Stiller, who sat courtside during the Knicks' deep run this postseason, immediately reacted to the shocking decision. I'm a Tom Thibodeau fan. He brought this team back, Stiller wrote on Twitter following the announcement. Felt he gave every bit of himself, was always looking to improve. I love you, Coach Tibbs. It's kind of surprising you take him that far and get fired immediately
Yeah,
after.
I mean, he had 2 50-win seasons.
Yeah, kind of surprising. Also kind of surprising, or maybe not, the number one NFL shop draft seller of jerseys, Shedeur Sanders. And these are the things that matter. So he went, third round of the draft, and he was supposed
that's
to go top.
Deion Sanders'
Yeah.
kid, who's really egotistical.
And he's got the number one jersey. So, and these are the things that people really care about.
Yeah.
How many jerseys you sell. That's your sports. Weather. It was a little chilly again this morning when I left the house. Felt kind of nice. 55 right now, going to get up to 77 for a high. Warmer tomorrow, 81, and then we stay in the 80s all the way through till Sunday. The Pride Parade's going to be quite warm, 92 expected on Sunday. Wear your hat, Carrie, bring your umbrella if you
I
would.
will.
If
It's
you
a,
would,
it's a
please.
parasol.
Always do.
Infiniteam is gathering and letting me know what they're seeing on the roads. Dominic Bonacci from Clearfield checking in.
Hey.
He says southbound 7th North in Clearfield to 21st South in Salt Lake. Congested, but moving well. Thank you. He sent that in via text at 33986. Stalled vehicle southbound Mountain View Corridor 42nd South. It's affecting the right lane of traffic there. And please, yes, whatever you're seeing, I'm having a little issue with the traffic this morning. Help is appreciated. 33986.
Oh, good morning, Frank.
Oh, hello, everyone.
There's a little chill in the air. Does that affect you at all as you go flying through space on your electric scooter?
I don't have a nervous system.
Oh, so you don't. No. But you
can't
bring
feel
cold.
anything.
So how is it that you bring cold into the studio?
I don't know.
The temperature drops 20 degrees.
I don't know. He's
just happens.
so
Part of the
sad.
curse. I don't know.
Frank Christ is here.
Why am I even doing this?
I don't
honey.
know. I know it makes you so sad.
I
Frank
love our precious celebrities.
Frank is a reaper. He reaps the souls of celebrities. When a celebrity dies, Frank whisks to the scene, takes their soul or essence or whatever it is, and whisks it away to the distribution center. And from there, Frank doesn't know where they go.
No, it's not my business.
No.
It's hell 99% of the time.
So Frank joins us every day to play a macabre little game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
He's given me a list of celebrities, and 3 of the celebrities on this
they're
list,
just fine.
but one of them Frank has taken, and it makes him sad because he loves these celebrities. Do we have a contestant?
Peter is here.
Peter, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very fine.
That's good to know, Peter.
Good, Peter.
Peter, if you identify the dead celebrity on this list, you will win a prize, which is what, Gina?
Arts Festival is back and bigger than ever, June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square in Salt Lake. Over 100 musical performances, 5 stages, street theater performances, visual arts, film screenings, and more. Get full lineup of events at x96.com.
Are you ready to go, Peter?
I am.
All right, here we go. Because it's National Hug Your Cat Day, Frank has given me a list of actors in movies in which cats play a prominent role. Number 1, Sandy Duncan, known for her performance in the Broadway revival of Peter Pan, the sitcom The Hogan Family, and the Disney film The $1 Million Duck. She guest starred on The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman, and she starred in a movie called The Cat from Outer Space. Number 1, Sandy Duncan. Number 2 is Alan King. He started his career as a stand-up comedian and then made a name for himself in a wide variety of films, including Bye Bye Braverman, The Anderson Tapes, Just Tell Me What You Want, and Casino. He was in the Stephen King horror thriller Cat's Eye. Number 2, Alan King. Number 3 is Kim Novak, known for her roles in Vertigo, Middle of the Night, The Notorious Landlady, and Of Human Bondage, Picnic, and The Man with the Golden Arm. In Bell, Book, and Candle, she plays a witch with a cat named Pyewacket. Number 3, Kim Novak. And finally on this list, Kim Greist. Her credits include Chud, which what did that... It's
Underground.
human creature under human underground.
Something.
Yeah,
It's a chud.
it's a chud. She also starred in Miami Vice, Brazil, Manhunter, Throw Mama from the Train, and Punchline. She's in both Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey movies about a dog and a cat on an incredible journey. So there you go. Number 4 is Kim Greist. Which one of those actors is dead, Peter?
I'm pretty sure it's Alan King.
You're right, Alan King.
Long dead.
Very, very talented man. Died in 2004 at the age of 76. Congratulations, Peter. You've won tickets to the Pride Festival.
No, the Arts Festival.
Oh, it's the Arts Festival.
Yes.
Arts Festival. Festivals.
I love festivals either way.
Okay.
Okay, good, Peter. Now say thank you, and we'll put you on hold.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I've got to go check on Michelle Phillips,
Oh, yeah.
Mamas and the Papas singer.
How old is Michelle?
81 today.
Yeah, that's probably a good check.
But not as... I'm hesitant. Bruce Dern is 89.
You don't want to. You don't want to scare him.
I'm afraid I'll get caught up in his nose hair.
Grumpy old Bruce Dern.
Grumpy old Bruce Dern. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank.
Let's see. A friend of the program says traffic stop and go in Lake Point at exit 99 to go eastbound on I-80 up to the 201. Leave some space and be safe. Thank you, Infinity member who sent that in. 33986. Business owners, do you owe $15,000 or more in employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
KXRK Provo, we're going to take a break. After these messages, it's your list of things that must go. So stand by for...
Honest John in Layton had some things that must go, but he texted him in.
In Layton?
In Layton, you got to email those, radiofromhell at x96.com. Yes. Does your company have a process requiring ultra pure water? Trust the certified master water specialists at Water Specialties, Inc. For ultra pure water system design, installation, maintenance, or sanitation. Call the experts at Water Specialties, 801-281-4911, or go visit waterspecialties.net.
That's what that woman should have been using in her neti
I
pot.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Would have had no problem at all.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Well, my friends, these are things that you send to us that are just aggravating you. You can't take it anymore. I can't stand no more. And so you put it down on paper or, well, you put it in an email, these things that must go, and you send them to radiofromhell at x96.com. And hopefully, if we read yours on the radio, it'll make you feel better. And sometimes these things magically disappear from your life. I'll go first. I've got from our old friend Chuck Gravanek, or Cajun Chuck, as he says. Our band, he's in a band.
Okay.
Been invited to play at the Heart and Soul Music Stroll on June 14th in Sugar House. Here is a list of things that must go. I moved to Louisiana at the end of January, but I set up this gig knowing that I would fly back to play in the band.
Yes.
So why did the rest of the band decide now's the time to incorporate 2 new songs into our set list?
This is not the time for the new stuff.
I'm good, but we could have just rested on our tried and true songs that we love to play. And then the constant complaining about how we will set up. Will we have time to practice, etc. We've played together for 10 years. I really thought we had it figured out by now. And finally, no one being able to pick me up at the airport and bring me to the gig like the rock star I always wanted to be. Again, that's Heart and Soul Music Stroll in Sugar House, Saturday, June 14th, Therapy by Proxy. I'd be happy to pick you up at the airport, Chuck, and treat you like
Bill
a
will
rock
be
star.
your roadie.
Yeah. Let's see. This one says, please don't use my name. Grown-ass people who insist on celebrating their birthday as if they were 5 years old. I'm not saying you shouldn't celebrate, but geez, insisting on some type of theme or getaway with decorations and gifts and games and activities and being very upset if all friends can't make it is annoying. Can't we just celebrate each other with a drink or dinner or like normal people? Please make this go. This one says, online catalogs must go. We've tried to get Uline to stop mailing catalogs to us for some time. For some reason, we keep getting more. Now we receive 3-inch thick catalogs at least once a month.
Oh, I get the Restoration Hardware one.
I don't
that's
get
like
any of those.
2 inches thick.
Uline, we love you, but save trees. Please, will ya? We order online. We don't need physical catalogs. And finally, this one. Good morning, Lords. You may use my name. Okay, it's Zane. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. I agree with that one because, when they say that, because the menu options never change.
Yeah.
Your vehicle warranty is expired. I got a letter in the mail for a vehicle I don't even have anymore, and in the mail. People who say lords and lady. Gina is a lord of morning radio.
Thanks, Zane.
Getting the car washed, then the next day it rains, and finally it's raining on Monday, and we can't barbecue and swim in the pool like we wanted to. Thank you, lords. Zane. Carrie?
This first one from my wife. Things that must go: pre-party anxiety of I don't have enough food.
Yeah.
No matter how much food I have, I always get the pre-party anxiety and start pulling stuff out of the pantry and the fridge.
Do we have any crackers?
I'm that way with the booze for the party. We don't have enough booze.
Let's see, this one from Connie. I buy deep pocket sheets. The fitted sheet is a great fit. The top sheet, however, doesn't have enough fabric to tuck in the sheets. For the love of all that's holy, I simply want a properly made bed. This one from Tristan. Trevor Lee must go.
Yes.
While we're at it, his daddy Mike can hit the bricks too. Thank you.
Not related, but it feels like they are.
Yeah. They're of the same family. Let's see. Please don't. It doesn't say I can use the name, so I won't. I don't know what it is these days, but people are just no-shows without any notification when they've made a commitment to be somewhere. I just hate it. Also, could you please get men, not all but some, to keep quiet in yoga class? So they don't sound like they're struggling with a bowel movement or having an aneurysm. Or it's so annoying. And then finally, this one: when you try to get automatic soap dispensers to dispense, and it thinks you're invisible,
Yeah, I hate that.
so you wave like an idiot, and then it finally works, and you get soap all over everywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
My neighbor who put the chair out with the free sign on it, that no one ever picked up, he has now added 2 more chairs to it, maybe thinking, well, maybe if I put the whole set out there, someone will want them.
What, are they good?
No, they're old and falling apart and dirty. No one wants your old broken chairs.
I think I want them.
Let's see. This is a follow-up from Jocelyn's list. It was so long last week, I split it up for this week. Budget proposals that somehow forget poor people exist. Photo ops pretending to fix problems instead of policies that actually do. Bipartisan bills which were clearly written by lobbyists during their lunch break. Cabinet appointees with resumes that read like how to tank a department. Telemarketers who call during dinner. Plastic packaging that's harder to open than a bank vault. Flat earthers with Wi-Fi access. And autocorrect that turns I'm on my way into I'm an omelet. Let's see, this from Tasha. Moving must go. When I first moved out at 17, it was exciting. Buying my DI furniture, grocery shopping at midnight, it was a dream. 30 years, 3 homes, and 2 adult children later, how the hell did I get so much stuff?
Yeah.
Purging is great, and I'm glad I can give back to some donation centers. My advice for the teens that are going to get my stuff at the DI, minimalize. Also, my daughter, who's avoided correspondence the past couple weeks because she doesn't want to help. Quit being selfish. I raised you better. Let's see. This sad one from Rebecca. My sweet dog and owner of my heart, Walter White, getting older, must go.
Oh,
And finally this. Sitting here in the 90-plus degree heat, the ice cream man driving around playing Christmas songs, always Christmas songs in the middle of the summer. That's the same thing. My guy that comes through my neighborhood, it's
I wonder
Silent Night and
wonder why.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
why
And
can't they get?
I don't know.
Maybe they just think that's...
It must go.
Does it cost more?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Traffic, is that what this is? Let's see.
Usually.
Things are moving pretty well. I'm looking at the UDOT cameras, and I don't see any slowdowns there. And I don't think anybody sent anything in via text. I am relying heavily on the Infiniteam today because Twitter seems to be acting up, and I get lots of my traffic from there. So if you see anything, please share it with me. If it's safe for you to text 33986. See movies on the big screen at Broadway Center Cinemas. Check out this week's Summer Showdown featuring Fantastic Mr. Fox versus The Nightmare Before Christmas. Get your tickets at slfstix.org.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you will be voting for this time. Number 1, the sledgehammer attack on science. Number 2, Pete says, make us proud. And number 3, so I'm taking bets on the date we change the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake. Taking bets on it. What date do you think it will be?
Well, Trevor Lee's working on it, I'm sure.
I'm sure he is. All right, we got some messages and a song, and then boner of the day. Because that's from the year 1986.
1986? Well, that's 39 years ago.
You know what else is from the year 1986?
The day the show started.
This show. Monday,
Monday
apparently.
is the day.
Is it Monday, Katie? Is that right?
Katie has done the math, and she says that it's Monday is our 39th anniversary. So I'm going to be playing a few songs from 1986 here and there.
Just quickly with Talking Heads.
Yes.
So social media, everyone was getting excited because Talking Heads was saying something would be revealed on June 5th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And people were like, ooh, are they going to go out on tour? Are they reuniting? Apparently they're releasing a new music video. They're not going on tour.
Yeah, they're not going to tour.
A new music video, something from the archives that's never been seen, or did they get together and do a song?
It just says tease it. Well, find out tomorrow. But it just says teasing releasing a new music video. I don't know if it's new music or just an old one redone. Who knows? But they're not going on tour.
Hey, Katie, can you get my walker from my desk? My walker is over there. That's
All right. Let's see. So Monday is our 39th anniversary. We'll tell you more about that coming up.
No, don't go there. I don't have a walker. Don't.
Andrew says it's a new video for Psycho Killer is what he's
okay.
hearing. We'll see. All right. Time now for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, June 4, 2025. We'll give you two candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all three, then you will vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
Can't buy it, gotta win it. Radio from Hell boner t-shirt.
Yes, I could have nominated Trevor Lee,
Yes.
but I think while I was gone, he won a boner
Yes,
already.
he did.
So I didn't nominate him. But here we go. Number one, the sledgehammer attack on science. John Morales, a meteorologist at NBC South Florida, had a dire warning for viewers as the 2025 hurricane season kicked off. Due to federal budget cuts at the National Weather Service and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, he would no longer be able to accurately predict hurricanes. In a video he posted on YouTube, Mr. Morales played an archived clip from his report on Hurricane Dorian, a Category 5 storm from 2019 that did indeed turn and have a lesser impact on Florida, as he predicted. One of the many critically important weather reports he had given over his 34 years in South Florida. Quote, "And I'm here to tell you that I am not sure that I can do that again this year because of the cuts, the gutting, the sledgehammer attack on science in general." Mr. Morales lamented the federal government cuts to the National Weather Service and NOAA for having a multi-generational impact on science in this country, as the U.S. has forfeited its leadership role, before explaining how these cuts would specifically make his job harder to do. We have led in the world in the prediction of these things, and we have now stepped back from that. Boner candidate number one, the sledgehammer attack on science. Boner candidate number two, Pete says, make us proud. A Pentagon staffer was promoted by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, despite her history of pushing anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and neo-Nazi rhetoric on social media. Kingsley Wilson, formerly a deputy press secretary at the Department of Defense, was appointed as the Pentagon's chief press secretary just months after reports exposed her extremist online views. That includes endorsing the Great Replacement theory, which falsely claims that white Americans are being intentionally replaced as the dominant race in the U.S. for political gain. She posted that's real. She also pushed the long-debunked claim that Leo Frank, a Jewish man who was lynched in Georgia in 1915 after a wrongful conviction, was actually guilty. Frank was posthumously pardoned in 1986 by the state of Georgia, but Kingsley Wilson's previous social media posts include the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory promoted by neo-Nazis. Leo Frank raped and murdered a 13-year-old girl. He also tried to frame a black man for his crime, Wilson wrote on Twitter in March of 2023. She made the claim again in August of 2024. Amy Spitlanik, the CEO of the Jewish Council for Public Affairs, told NPR in March that the claim that Frank did rape and murder the child is a viewpoint parroted by neo-Nazis. This is a deep cut in terms of the anti-Semitic ideas that neo-Nazis and others latch onto, she said. For someone in a senior federal role to directly engage in this conspiracy theory shows that she's trafficking in neo-Nazi and anti-Semitic spaces. Wilson also praised the far-right German party Alternative for Germany on a message board in 2026. She has also called the Ukrainian president, Volodymyr Zelensky, an entitled midget, and described Russian President Vladimir Putin's encyclopedic knowledge of his people's history as impressive, especially when contrasted with the low-IQ lunatics working at the U.S. State Department. The Pentagon can't claim ignorance of Wilson's online views. In March, Representative Richie Torres wrote to Hegseth demanding Wilson's firing, describing her social media presence as a minefield of anti-Semitic rhetoric, white nationalist conspiracies, and pro-Kremlin propaganda.
Bill, she wasn't hired in spite of that.
Yeah.
Because of
She
it.
was
This
hired
is her
because of
resume.
it.
Yeah.
Hegseth didn't seem troubled by the controversy. Last month he said, "Make us proud," to Wilson's post announcing her promotion.
That scans because, I mean, take a look at his tattoos. They're Christian nationalist tattoos.
Pete says, "Make us proud." Boner candidate number two. I'm sorry that was long, but I think all those details were important. Coming up in a moment, Boner candidate number three. So I'm taking bets on the date we change the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake City. Anybody want to bet how long it'll be? I'm going with a month. Within a month.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by...
Waterproof your home with Baseco because water can make its way through your foundation in many different ways. Baseco specializes in a variety of permanent foundation waterproofing solutions tailored to your unique issue. From sump pumps all the way to major repairs, crack settling foundations, each solution backed by guarantee. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net.
Bruce Springsteen caused an uproar a couple of weeks ago when he opened his tour in Manchester, England. He spoke out against Donald Trump, calling his administration corrupt and treasonous. Trump responded by saying Springsteen was a dried-up prune, but the boss released a 4-song EP containing the speech. 2 weeks later, Land of Hope of Dreams is a hit. On YouTube, just the video with the speech and title song has 660,000 views. On Spotify, each of the tracks has had over 100,000 streams. That's a lot for a political speech by a 73-year-old dried-up prune. At iTunes, the EP has stayed on top in the top 20 for 2 weeks, starting at number 3. Trump thought Springsteen's astute takedown of him would hurt the singer's career, but far from it. Fans have taken to it like crazy, and the more times it's played, the more it will sink in. A Utah company has launched a digital service to filter profanity from audiobooks, like VidAngel, but without the copyright lawsuits. Lehigh-based Sift Books links to the listener's own Audible account to ensure the books they're modifying are already bought and paid for. So that's how they think they're going to get around the...
I own this.
Yeah, didn't they try that before?
VidAngel, the Utah-based pioneer in explicit content filtering, filed for bankruptcy after multiple film studios sued them over copyright violations, alleging it hosted protected content on its own servers without permission. A California jury ordered the company in 2019 to pay more than $62 million, but I'm sure they've done that. But the amount was reduced to bankruptcy court to $9.9 million. The company later reemerged using content from studios not involved with the lawsuit. It says, we validate that users have access through legal valid means, and then we simply just have a tool that lays on top of that. This book profanity filter will get about 95% of the profanity in a book, it says. If there's profanity in a book, don't buy it.
Yeah.
If you don't like that, just don't buy it. Well, I didn't know it was in there.
That's what they'll say. Yeah. I wanted to...
A tennis player at the University of Utah has been charged with several counts of rape for an incident that allegedly occurred last year. Burke Bogarki, I think it is, was charged by the Salt Lake County District Attorney's Office with 3 counts of rape, 2 counts of forcible sodomy, and 1 count of object rape. All 6 are first-degree felonies. The victim in the case told police she was hanging out with a group of friends, and Bogarki, Mr. Bogarki, at a bar in November. Afterwards, she said they went to his home. She said they were kissing, and then she told him, I don't want to have sex, but he ignored that and raped her. The woman said she tried to leave, but Mr. Bogarki pushed her against the wall and raped her again, she said. The Ute tennis roster says he is in his 3rd year on the team. He's from Macedonia. He had been suspended from the team when the charges were first made, and then because they didn't pursue them, he was back on the team, and now I think he's off the team again. A man in central Washington State is wanted on suspicion of murder after his 3 young daughters were reported missing and then found dead. Authorities asked the public for help in finding Travis Decker, who's wanted for murder and kidnapping. Police said it was unknown whether Decker, a former Army soldier with extensive training, was armed, but they say you should watch out for him. Over the weekend, authorities looked for the children and for Decker, who was believed to be living out of a white GMC Sierra pickup. They found the truck, then they found the kids. All of them, they believe they died from asphyxiation, and their wrists had been zip-tied, according to court documents. Let's see. West Jordan man. A West Jordan man was arrested after he stabbed his roommate's dog to death because he said it was mimicking him.
What? Huh?
And he said it wasn't an animal, it was a robot.
So we have a
crazy man.
Yeah.
Drake Montgomery arrested Tuesday after a fire was reported in Immigration Canyon. When Unified Police arrived at the scene, they found that Montgomery had allegedly started the fire to try and burn the dog after he'd killed it.
Oh, that's how they found it.
Yeah. Inside Montgomery's vehicle, they found a dead dog along with a shovel and some burnt rags and cleaning fluid. He said the dog had been mimicking him and causing him significant stress. He said the dog wasn't real, it was a robot. As the dog was neuralinked to him, and he could no longer handle the situation. Yeah. The Trump administration has announced that they will revoke guidance to the nation's hospitals that directed them to provide emergency abortions for women when they are necessary to stabilize their medical condition. That guidance was issued to hospitals in 2022, weeks after the U.S. Supreme Court upended national abortion rights in the U.S. It was an effort by the Biden administration to preserve abortion access for extreme cases in which women were experiencing medical emergencies and needed an abortion to prevent organ loss or severe hemorrhaging, among other serious complications, like death. The Biden administration had argued that hospitals, including ones in states with near-total bans, needed to provide emergency abortions under the Emergency Medical Treatment and Active Labor Act.
Yes.
Well, the Trump administration is announcing they will no longer enforce that policy.
So, Joni Ernst, this is more people are going to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's what will happen.
The U.S. Embassy and Consulate in Mexico is warning American travelers about using dating apps in the country.
In Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
Officials said they received several reports of kidnapping
Yeah.
involving U.S. citizens who met their alleged captors through online dating. I'm just saying, just don't use Mexican dating apps. Just don't do it. I don't know why you would. And finally, this Oreo cookies. A new flavor of Oreo is coming out. And it's a collaboration with Selena Gomez. Yes, these Oreos taste like Selena Gomez.
What does Selena Gomez taste like?
It's delicious. I don't know what it's actually. These are they're inspired by horchata.
Ooh,
I'm there.
Featuring 2 chocolate cinnamon flavored wafers with layers of chocolate and cinnamon flavored cream and sweetened condensed milk flavored cream inside. That's what Selena Gomez would taste like.
let's order some.
Isn't that a beautiful picture of her holding
Yes.
holding the package of Oreos?
Horchata is one of my favorite drinks.
Love horchata.
Yes.
I don't really care for it that much, but I think I would like it in cookie form.
In cookie form.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Sports weather trap.
Just weather. 57, so nice and cool this morning. 77 and sunny today. 81 tomorrow. 84 Friday. We're going to be in the 90s by. It's going to be a warm Pride Festival all weekend long, but no rain, so that's nice. Traffic looks like we have a little bit of slowdown northbound I-15 in Lehigh coming around Point of the Mountain, but I don't think it's an accident. Just think that's some morning congestion. I do need Infiniteam to assemble and let me know what you're seeing on the roads. Having a little trouble with Twitter this morning, which is where I get a lot of my traffic updates from. So I need Infiniteam to help via text at 33986. Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli. Expanded hours now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Breakfast till 10:30. Lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Texter has a question about that program that takes the cuss words out of your audiobooks.
Yeah.
They want to know if it works on the Bible.
Well, I
Does
don't.
it say in the story?
It does not say.
Does not say. All right. Okay.
Doesn't say. All right, here's boner candidate number 3. So I'm taking bets on the date we changed the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake City. Why do I say that? Well, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, again, has ordered the Navy to take the rare step of renaming a ship, one that bears the name of a gay rights icon. Military.com reviewed a memorandum from the Office of the Secretary of the Navy, the official who holds the power to name Navy ships, that showed the Sea Service had come up with rollout plans for renaming the oiler ship USNS Harvey Milk. A defense official confirmed that the Navy was making preparations to strip the ship of that name, Harvey Milk, but noted that Navy Secretary John Phelan was ordered to do so by Hegseth. The official also said that the timing of the announcement, occurring during Pride Month,
Yeah.
was intentional.
Now, Harvey Milk was in the Navy.
Yeah, he was. Milk became one of the first openly gay elected officials in the United States during the 1970s, making him an icon in the just new gay civil rights movement. And he was killed while serving on the Board of Supervisors in San Francisco.
He was apparently a diving instructor for the Navy.
Let's see what it says here. Yeah, this is a very long story.
Well, yeah.
But even if he wasn't in the Navy, the
Yeah.
ships are named after prominent people. Didn't you have a list of
well,
other ships?
there's a
that-
list of other ships that he wants to change the name to. Harriet Tubman is one of them. You know, unless you're a straight white male, you don't get anything named after you. Apparently,
Harvey Milk came from a family that had a history of naval service. He was commissioned as in 1951. He served as a diving officer on the submarine rescue ship USS Kittiwake during the Korean War. He left the service as a lieutenant junior grade with less than honorable discharge after being officially questioned about his sexual orientation.
Harriet Tubman, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is one.
Oh, really?
That they want to change the
Thurgood
name.
Marshall was
Thurgood
another
Marshall
one, I
was
think.
another one, I think.
Thurgood Marshall, black Supreme Court
Yeah.
justice. He was the
He was the first.
was he the head what do they call the big guy on the Supreme Court?
The chief?
The Chief Justice? Chief Justice.
But I think he was the first African American.
Yes, he was.
So, yeah, that's
That's what the government's doing.
That's going to help our war fighters be better, right?
All right. That's boner candidate number 3. You know Trevor Lee is working on changing the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard right now.
All right, let's review the first two and vote.
I didn't know we had a Harvey Milk Boulevard. That's a sin. Boner candidate number 1, the sledgehammer attack on science. This renowned and revered weather forecaster, he's a respected man in South Florida on TV. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to use the National Weather Service to predict hurricanes and all, and they've taken those tools away.
Yeah.
You know, he says, I can't do it. I don't have the tools anymore. Boner candidate number 2, Pete says, make us proud. Yeah, Pete Hegseth promoting and is very proud of this young woman who is an anti-Semitic, just a creature. She's a creature.
Yeah, she's awful.
And then boner candidate number 3, so I'm taking bets on the date we change the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake.
All right. Time for you to vote for your boner of the day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. The one that you think is the worst. The one that you think should win boner of the day. Put that single digit in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. That's one way to vote. Another way to vote is to call Katie in the producer's booth, 877-602-9696. She'll take your live voice vote. Or you can go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner Voting, Boner of the Day, June 4, 2025. Click and votes. And if you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and votes. You got like 300 seconds to get your vote in, so let's go. This is Boner of the Day. UtahAdvocates.com.
Oh, the advocates, man, crashes are always awful. Car crashes, accidents, you get hurt. It's not your fault. You're down, you're out, maybe you're in the hospital. The last thing you want to do is be dealing with insurance companies.
I remember after an accident, sitting in the car for, it felt like 5 minutes, but I know it was probably just like 30 seconds.
As soon as you can, or get a family member to call the advocates.
The sooner you get them involved, the better. They can start taking those phone calls that you're getting from the bill collectors. Let them handle that.
I mean, you didn't deserve to be in the accident, but you do deserve an advocate. 801-355-5550. That's the number. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be an attorney on the line, and you don't pay a dime out of pocket for the call or for any of the, if they take your case, for any of the help that they give you. They take their portion when they get you a settlement, and they will get you a settlement. It's the Advocates, 801-355-5550, or you can go online, UtahAdvocates.com.
Yeah.
48, time to award Boner of the Day.
And the boner of the day is brought to you in part by I guess you call it a barbecue chicken salad bowl. I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it was.
And the Sojo Summerfest is back June 3rd through the 7th at a new location, North City Park. The Sojo Music Festival features 2 nights of high-energy concerts, multiple bands, plus full carnival, beloved Sojo Summerfest parade, food trucks, fireworks, festival fun for all ages. South Jordan's biggest party of the year. Find the map and full schedule at sjcsummerfest.com.
Well, I guess I expected even more voting. Even more votes
I
than
think
we
it's
got.
because number one got a lot of votes.
Yeah,
I mean,
the-
on any other day, that would be a lot of votes.
Yeah, the sledgehammer attack on science got close to 100. It got 72.
72.
Votes. Number 2, Pete says, "Make us proud." Of that anti-Semitic creature that he's promoted in the Defense Department. She's the press secretary for the whole department.
Yeah.
Got just under 100 votes. But boner candidate number 3, so I'm taking bets on the date we changed the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake. 105 votes and wins boner of the day.
That's your Boner of the Day for today, June 4, 2025. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. Okay, now Dr. Josh Davis is here, our veterinarian, and it's muy importante right now. You go to our YouTube, x96.com/live, to see this
Magnificent.
this beast.
This magnificent animal. Now, so Dr. Davis is here. He's a veterinarian, and he can answer your vet questions, your puppies and your kitties. What questions do you have? Call us, 877-602-9696. You can text questions to 33986. But we have here in the studio an animal that belongs to Gina Barberi.
So I brought Oakley, our new puppy.
That's not a puppy.
She'll be 6 months old tomorrow.
That's a full-size dog.
Yeah.
Is she
She's
going to
a
get
beast.
bigger?
How much bigger do you think she'll get, Dr.
Well, she's got some room to grow. You can see those big old feet,
Yep.
and she's going to be. I usually find the Goldens they come in the long, lanky category or more the short and stocky, and I think she's on the stocky side. Got those big, thick legs. But yeah, she's a beautiful dog though.
Well, I had Jonesy and my niece Bridget bring her down today because
Oh.
I wanted you to talk to her in person, Dr.
To
Davis.
Jonesy or to the dog?
Well, to Oakley.
Okay. Well, let's not get mixed up. Oakley is the dog.
Oakley's the dog. I'm embarrassed to say what our problem is, Dr. Davis.
Hey, don't be embarrassed. What is it?
She has she's been caught eating her sister's poop.
Oh, classic.
And,
Well, it's not a real sister.
Yeah.
So that's
is it okay?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
That makes it okay.
But I thought maybe if she talked to Dr. Davis in person, you could talk some
Wait a
sense
minute, I
into
let
her.
that dog lick me on the face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Well,
Which
you
is-
got to watch out for that.
Which
for
is
sure.
why you don't
Yeah,
let dogs
yeah.
lick you in the face.
There's
So-
always something
So
going
is
on
it
there.
is it bad, and how can we stop it? I guess.
Yeah, definitely in a perfect world, we don't want to have that going on just with all the bacteria they can ingest. That's never good for them to be doing that. Really, over time, if they do it long term, it can affect their teeth and oral health too. But also parasites, of course. If there's parasites that they're carrying, they can continue those life cycles.
You
do
hear
you
that?
stop-
Parasite.
How do you
Parasite.
stop it?
Parasite?
How do you stop it?
That could be the tricky part. So one for sure is I make sure all your dogs are on good monthly parasite control. That's super important for these.
Maybe
And
you
then-
should change the diet of the other dog so that it poops something that's really just
it's less
tasteful.
tasty. Yeah. And there are
Some
actually
cabbage? Is that okay?
there are sometimes those types of things can work. There's also a product it's called Forbid. Basically,
Forbid?
You feed it, put it in the dog's food, and the idea is that it makes the poop not tasty, which
Oh,
it
so
shouldn't
I
be
would-
tasty anyway. You wouldn't think.
You shouldn't
but,
be feeding the dog candy. Is what
and then just good at home, cleaning up immediately when they go out and go to the bathroom, keeping the yard really clean and things like that. And I would say a majority of dogs outgrow that. We often see this in young puppies because they're just puppies
they're
trying to
stupid.
figure out the world.
You're not
but,
stupid.
But we
you're
do
not
want to
gonna do
curb
that
that
anymore.
as much as possible because there can be health risks with that for
That
sure.
dog is sweet and stupid.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Classic golden, you know, but they're great dogs, and hopefully if you just keep up on that and keep that behavior moving in another direction, she'll get through it.
I think what's happening is Dr. Davis is saying your yard is full of poop. So clean it
Well,
up.
Jonesy, go home and do a dog poop cleanup when you get home.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, wah wah.
You're back from college. Yeah.
Yeah,
877-602-9696. That's the number to call. Get some forbid, Gina.
Forbid.
Forbid.
yep.
Yeah.
Give that a shot, and if that doesn't work, there's the other things that can be tried, but that's a good place to start.
Okay. Well, I forbid you to
Yeah,
eat
forbid.
poop anymore.
877-602-9696 is the number to call to talk to.
What does Oakley wait till your back's turned and then go, I'm going to go eat this poop?
I think so.
I know I'm not supposed to, but
She's not looking.
Dr. Josh
Yeah,
Davis is here.
some dogs take it as it's coming out.
Oh,
Sometimes,
no.
and,
I don't even need.
That's always the worst. Yeah,
I don't even need to.
yeah. Don't picture that.
Sorry, you people are having breakfast right now.
Rob is here. Hello, Rob.
Hi, Rob. What's your question for Dr. Davis? What's your dog's name?
Hey, good morning. I have an Australian Shepherd named Kona.
Okay.
He's 6 years old, but he gets super anxious when the wind blows. Like anything above 10 or so miles per hour starts going outside, and he just gets really nervous and wants to go hide. I was just wondering if there's any over-the-counter type of medications or anything like that might help that you're aware of. Or if I should take a minute and try to get a prescription of some sort, or
What do you
or
take,
if it's
Carrie?
something
When
else.
I was going to say there's some dog CBD that's available, but let's see what the doctor has to say.
Yeah, there are those types of situations can be tough because the certain phobias. One of the common ones is like fireworks and loud noises and things like that. And some dogs, it's other things like wind or whatever you might have. So there are. I mean, you always want to try and work on counter conditioning them over time, trying to get them used to those environments where they feel safer with that. And sometimes personal dog training can help with that. Over-the-counter stuff. So CBD is becoming more popular, and I say as long as you try to get it from a reputable source, you know, and I think there can be some benefit to that, but there's still ongoing studies and things like that. But there's also calming, like probiotic supplements. There are other just over-the-counter things you can get to help with that.
Now, when I first saw this product, I thought it was a joke, but it really worked, and that's the Thunder Shirt.
Oh yeah. Thunder Shirt's
The
another
Thunder
one.
Shirt is it was
It's like a hug.
what is it? Tell
It's like a straitjacket, kind of, but your arms are free, you know,
Yep.
and you wrap it. It's like a big hug around the dog's chest.
Yep.
And it Velcro it tight, and it calms them down. We had a problem with Ripley for a bit, and it just calmed her right down.
and then eventually you don't have to use it.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect world. That's the idea. But yeah, and the Thunder Shirt falls into those categories of non-medical therapy
Yeah.
for sure. And some dogs really benefit from that. And then some of the other supplements and other calming things out there. And most of them shouldn't be harmful if you give them as directed and everything. And then for more serious cases, or if they're causing harm to themselves or harms to things in the environment, then that's where medical therapy along with behavior training can become a thing. But I don't think you have to start there always.
I'm just curious, Rob, how you know that your Australian Shepherd is full of anxiety. It seems to me those dogs never stop.
They do never
Yeah.
stop usually.
All right, thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry. More with Dr. Josh Davis coming up after these. 877-602-9696. Line up, get your questions in.
Traffic's fine.
Okay.
I can't look. I'm holding the dog. I'm going to put her down here in a second. I'll give you a more up-to-date traffic report in just a moment, right?
Okay.
We all have our priorities.
I guess.
Yep.
All right, we will take a break. We will be back after these messages. Call and talk to Dr. Josh Davis. 877-602-9696 is the number to call. Randlife.com/X96.
Well, it is a time to buy a home. It really is time. You've been wanting to do that. You've been waiting for the right time to buy. Well, Rand Life Home Loans will tell you it is now the right time to buy. They just made it even better. They've slashed their floor rate on the 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage to an incredible 3.25%. That's 3.25% on 5.98% APR. What does that mean? I don't really have any idea, but Rand Life does, and I've worked with them over the years. They've had my mortgage, and they can get you going. They really can. They can get you started on your home ownership journey with their lower payments up front, and they can explain what I just said to you satisfactorily. So how do you do that? You go to randlife.com/X96. That's randlife.com/X96. The perfect way to start your home buying season, arming yourself with that 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage from Rand Life. You have a list, I understand, Gina.
I do.
A list?
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
It's 15 clever phrases that instantly humble an arrogant person you're having a conversation with.
Oh,
Okay.
let's see how many of them would work on me.
Bless your heart.
That's yours.
Are you done yet?
Yeah, try that.
And my response to that would be, no, I'm not.
Funny, I don't remember asking your opinion about that.
Well, you need it. These are the responses an arrogant person would give. Okay.
You're coming up with those really quickly, too.
Yep.
And that's relevant to me how?
If you don't know, you need it more than ever.
You get that makes you sound like a jerk, right?
I don't care.
I think you could have done better with that.
That
one.
was kind of weak, yeah.
Honestly, do you even hear yourself?
I don't have anything for that.
Could you dial back the ego to like a 5?
Well, bless your heart.
I'd be impressed if it wasn't so obvious that you're full of it.
Full of what? Knowledge? Is that what you're against?
I'll be sure to let you know when I'm interested in what you're saying.
Or when you understand it?
So what else do you have going for you?
Good looks.
Well,
Hey!
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird what?
Weird flex, but okay.
I like that one.
You do realize nobody's perfect, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, I've got places to be.
Well, then be off with you.
And finally is not verbal. It's just an eye raise. Mm-hmm. An eyebrow raise. Okay.
You just go,
None of those worked on Bill, though. I don't.
nah.
He had a comeback for just
Most of
about
them.
all of them.
You know why? I've heard most of them.
You get that makes you
Practice.
sound like a jerk, right? I
Yeah,
like
yeah, I've heard that.
I like that one.
Yep, I've heard that.
Or I've had other people tell me, that makes Bill sound like a jerk when he says that. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yes, and he probably does too.
Well, you know what I say.
What's that?
Brett in the chat room beat me to it. Oh, buddy's nerfect.
Oh, God.
No?
No.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Like Stromboli and Tooele texted in 33986.
Tooele.
That's a fake name.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a fake
Totally real name.
Stromboli. Dr. Josh Davis, we have no phone calls. You can call and ask a vet questions about your dog or your cat. 877-602-9696 is the number to ask. And you're a certified vet, right? You went to school.
I did go to school, for a very long time.
I could see your degree. Would you bring it in next time? We just want to make sure.
I could probably dig it up, yeah.
He's got
for sure.
scrubs on. Isn't that enough?
Yeah.
If you go to the Doppel site, I have my licenses on the Doppel site.
there you
Anyone can go look at it.
There you go.
Yeah.
877-602-9696. He's a real vet, not some actor we hired. So call and ask your question. We do have some text.
People are giving tips on how to get your dog to stop eating poop.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's probably a million
I'll
different
take
ones
'em.
out there.
I'll take them.
This is just cook up the food with some eggs and feed it to them. It makes their poop taste nasty.
Really?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know. Our old dog Brownie loved eggs.
Well, I don't know. I think this person has actually tasted it.
It could be.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And again, people are saying pineapple.
Okay, we'll
I've
try
heard
some pineapple.
and forbid are two that are
Okay.
more popular that I've heard.
Oh,
of,
you've
yeah.
heard pineapple before.
Uh-huh,
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question for the good doctor. I have a black tomcat, Hades, or it says a black tom. I'm guessing it's a cat.
Yeah.
But it says it's 20 pounds. Very large.
Big cat, yeah.
Big feet. He's only 7 months old. Is he going to get bigger?
That just seems crazy to be 20 pounds.
20
at that
pounds
age.
at 7 months
that's-
old?
Depending on the type of breeds. I mean, some of the breeds, like the Maine Coons or
They're huge.
Savannah cats and things like that, can be quite large. But that seems very big for 7 months.
Let's make
so-
sure it's a cat. Text us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's probably a cat if they're saying Tom, but
This is black Tom.
but yeah, I would hopefully that growth is normal and not overweight or obesity, because that would be a huge problem in that young.
or maybe he's more than 7 months old and you were told wrong.
yeah,
Don't know. I lost one of my dogs to cancer 2 weeks ago. My remaining dog is despondent and depressed.
Yeah.
In her 7 years, she's never been alone. Do you have any advice? How long will it take her to feel better? Will she be okay alone?
Those are all difficult questions because it really is based on the dog, and often we hear that as dogs they bond well together if they get along, and then you change that whole setup just overnight to them. And so some dogs, it can take months and months. Some dogs, they just never seem to be quite the same.
Yeah.
But I think the more you get them into their normal routine as much as possible, I think it's a lot like people is the more they can just sit around and dwell on it and not be active, I think that affects them more for sure. And then some people get another dog. There's always the risks to that, but some dogs really do benefit from that if they get along too.
Yep. Liz is on the phone.
Yes, Liz, hello.
Hi, Liz. What's your dog's name?
Her name is Pixie,
Okay.
and she's a mini poodle, and she gets ear infections like all the time. And it's the same ear infection. It kind of smells like dirty feet.
Yeah.
And it smells like everywhere. But it always seems like it's the same thing after she has a bath or if she's gotten in the pool. And I try to keep her ears really cleaned out and dry them off. But it seems to keep happening. And I'm trying to figure out what a good way would be to treat that without having to go to the vet every time and buy the ear medicine.
Right.
What say you, Dr. Davis?
That situation, anytime you have dogs and water with their ears, so bathing, swimming, rain, snow, that does put them at risk for infections. And, the stinky feet infection is often yeast, but sometimes they can get bacteria. And the more infections they have over time, the more chance of resistance, which will cause a lot of difficulty getting them resolved. So, doing what you're doing, I would make sure you have a really good cleaner, though, that can help with breaking down that stuff and helping dry the ears out after swimming. And then also make sure to ears are almost always secondary to other problems, so water could be one, but also if there's any skin allergies or problems that way, then they're more prone to ear infections too. So you never want to fully cut out the vet and try to treat these things, because I've seen people do wacky things in the ears, and you can make the problem much worse if you're not having good guidance, at least. If
Gotta be
nothing else.
careful.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Liz.
Yeah, I've actually tried other cleaners. So, do you recommend any type of cleaners because there's so many out there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is. It can be really overwhelming with all the things out there, but just typically a good one that's got a good just drying agent built into it, and it'll usually tell you on the label for that. And then just making sure that don't use Q-tips, cotton balls for safety, and just make sure that you're doing it thorough. There's good videos on YouTube how to do proper ear cleaning and medicating too.
Oh,
so,
okay.
There you go.
But yeah, there's lots of products, but it never hurts to ask your vet too what they carry, because everyone carries a little bit different stuff. But,
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Liz.
Right.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, let's go to Kirk.
Kirk, what's up?
Oh, hell, just hanging out.
Oh, hells.
Oh, hells. Well, what's your question for the doctor?
I've got a lab. He's about 6 years old, and I leave him home in the house
What's
every
his
day
name?
when I go to work.
What's his name?
Gage.
Gage, okay.
His name's Gage.
All right.
Anyway, I watch him on the cameras from work, and he'll sit there and howl. I don't know if it's an anxiety deal or what, but he'll sit there and howl. He'll climb on the counters, throw himself off the counters,
Oh,
and
jeez.
just not have a good day.
Yeah.
Is that every day he's like that?
Yeah, pretty much every day.
Yeah, that does probably fall into the more of that separation anxiety category for sure. And they can cause self-harm or harm to the environment. I've seen dogs, they'll chew through walls, they'll chew through doors and chew up furniture and stuff. And so it does sound like you're into that category. And there, some people will do simple things. So things like the Thunder shirts or other calming modalities, supplements, things like that can help. Leaving music on, leaving a TV on, leaving something on to make some noise, kind of just to have them feel like something's going on.
Exactly.
Also, considering behavior training, in-home behavior training might be a good tool to help with that. And then, again, in the more extreme behavior cases, sometimes medical therapy along with those other things will help, because separation anxiety is one of the big ones that dogs can experience, and you never want that long term if you can help it.
Yeah.
Right. If you leave X96 on, you get your dog will hear Artie singing.
Yeah, there you go.
Artie singing about cats to him.
Try that. All right?
Definitely try that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Let's see if we got one more text question here. A lot of them are just training, not really medical. Let's see. I just got a husky puppy. He is 6 months old. When would be the best time to get him neutered?
For the Huskies, and again, there's a lot of controversy about this with dogs, and not a lot of like true hard data yet. But for bigger breed dogs, I usually like to wait till at least like 8 months to a year for their neuters, because they can get more of their growth and bone development. The trade-off, though, is behavior-wise. They may start having the marking behaviors, and also when they're not neutered yet, they have a higher chance of getting out and running away, which usually leads to getting hit by cars in some situations, or unwanted pregnancies for other pet owners. So there's always trade-offs with that. But
and then for spaying, I know there's some controversy of, do you wait for them to have a cycle before you do it, or after?
Same kind of thing, yeah. And there are benefits both ways. So previous to heat cycles, there are some benefits for certain types of cancers as they get older. Also unwanted pregnancies, and dogs, as they heat cycle and as they get older, are more prone to what's called pyometra, which is an infection in the uterus that often requires surgery to fix that. So if you're not breeding, there's...
Do it soon.
You can't. I won't ever tell people what to do, but the pros and cons of that for sure. And so smaller breeds, we'll usually spay them around 6-7 months before they have their heat cycles. But larger breeds, some lines and some breeds, it does show to wait a little bit for development and growth and things like that.
Boy, having pets is worse than having kids.
I'd say just as challenging. They can't talk to you.
Good Lord. You can ignore your kids.
Yeah.
You can leave your kids home. Don't leave your dog home.
Just leave them home with a bag of rocks and a hammer. Dr. Josh Davis, thank you very much. You have surgery today, I see.
I do, yep. Some oral surgery, unfortunately. So,
that's unfortunate. Not the fun kind.
Not the fun kind, for sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, sir. Traffic.
Travis says accident southbound I-15 south of Parish Lanes just happened left 3 lanes. Thanks, Travis, for sending that in, 33986. Also, northbound I-15 in Lehigh, 2 left lanes are closed. That's causing quite a bit of slowage through that area. And that Parish Lane, it's the center lane that's mostly affected, which makes things back up quite a ways. Appreciate Infiniteam reporting this morning for us. Text in what you're seeing on the roads at 33986. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Don't miss Avi Kaplan with Guthrie Brown this Friday, June 6th at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
Beat Gina coming up after these messages and a song. It's pop culture trivia. What is the prize today?
Lola Young tickets.
Oh, you're going to love it. Lola Young tickets. And today it's Noah Wiley trivia.
Oh, I love The Pit. That's such a great new show.
Oh, yeah. And is it Wiley or Weil?
Wiley.
It's Wiley?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, all right. Noah Weil trivia for
Wiley.
Wiley.
For Lola Young tickets.
Lola Young
There you
tickets,
go.
I'm sorry. 877-602-9696. Tickets to see Lola Young. 877-602-9696. After these messages.
It's often said that people of Utah speak a language all their own. It's a language that's often confusing and even incomprehensible to newcomers here in the Beehive State. So, Radio from Hell presents a handy guide to help everyone understand how the natives speak. It's the Utah word of the day, and today's word is...
Kren. K-R-E-N. Kren. And we'll also hear the plural of this word, Krenz. K-R-E-N-Z, Krenz. And now to use this word in the Utah way, here are Beehive stalwarts, the mayor of Mona, Utah, Don Criddle, and his son, Denver Criddle. It's back to school time for Denver, and he's hoping for one last fun thing to do before the school grind begins. Again, the word is Kren.
Well, son, you get one more fun outing before you have to go back to school. What would you like to do?
Not sure, Daddy. I really had lots of fun when we went to the Scratch Mini Golf Norham. Almost beat you, didn't I, Daddy? I almost won that golf match.
Well, 18 strokes over is better than you did the last time for sure. Trying is what's important.
And the bowling at Fat Cats in Saratoga Springs was really fun, too, Daddy. This year I was strong enough to roll the ball with just one hand, and I'll bet next time I'll knock down a few pins, too.
Well, I'm sure that you are right, my boy. But what do you want to do? You get one more activity before back to school.
That's why I want to choose real careful. I want my activity to be real special, not just any old thing. I need something to give me a real boost, real inspirement. You see, when a fella is about to repeat the 8th grade...
For the third time.
For the third time, yes, for the third time. When a fella is about to do that, he needs a very special activity.
Well, so what'll it be? All-you-can-eat pancakes to the IHOP?
Nope.
Spider Fest out to Antelope Island?
No.
Catching some pollywogs out to the pond?
Nope.
How about a trip to the zoo?
No, Daddy, I don't want none of that. But I think I do know what I want to do. I want to go to the movies.
Well, okay, a movie it is. Now, let's see what's playing at the Salt Creek Cinema down to Nephi. Let's see. Oh, there's Deadpool and Wolverine.
I like that Deadpool guy, but Wolverine, he scares me, Daddy.
Oh, for heck's sakes, Denver. Well, okay. How about Twisters?
I seen that Twister on TV. Animals spinning around in the wind makes me want to upchuck.
Well, let's see. The only other movie there is something called Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Harold and the Purple Crayon. That's weird. Is that the only Kren that Harold has? I mean, surely he must have other Krens. I mean, he must have Krens that are different colors too, right? It wouldn't just the one, the purple Kren. What happened to the other Krens? My curiosity has been aroused, Daddy. Let's do it. Let's go see Harold and the Purple Kren.
Join us again some other time as we examine how the Utah natives speak with the Utah Word of the Day.
I think we so I have an email of interest here.
You do?
I do.
Right there
All
in
right.
front of you. It's interesting.
It is.
Dig it up.
Okay, here it is. This is from John, and he says, I'm high in the mountains in Switzerland. I'm here with my beautiful daughters. I did a Via Ferrata today, whatever that is. It's fantastic. I listened to your podcast of your show. So he's up in the mountains in Switzerland listening to our show.
Mm-hmm.
He said the ads are in German, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
I think they're touting some sort of dark beer that people named Gunther would drink.
A Via Ferrata is a protected climbing route found in the Alps, like steel fixtures or
Yeah.
cables or...
That explains. He sent me a picture.
I've got the picture here if the camera wants to get on me.
Yeah, he sent a picture of what it's like to do that, and it's a way that you can kind of climb and be really relatively safe about it. It looks like it's
still
quite
looks
safe.
scary.
It might be a little scary, but it looks pretty safe because you're all
Clipped
hooked
in.
Yeah, clipped into everything. Looks kind of fascinating.
There's another one.
And he says the Swiss really have this hiking thing wired. You take a cable car to the top of any peak you want to go to, and then you just kind of stroll down through the pastures and the cows with the cowbells ringing. Why my ancestors left this place, I will never know. So there
But
it is.
he's listening to the podcast while he's doing that. That's cool.
John, I just say it's beautiful. And I'm just taking a look at the political climate here. Maybe you should stay.
Yeah.
Maybe you should stay.
If you have ancestors there, maybe you can get citizenship.
Yeah, see about that.
Yeah. What? So do they put a lot of ads in our podcasts and other places?
Well,
or,
yeah,
I mean-
wherever you are, there's
Yeah.
ads. That's whatever service you're using to listen to them. They put ads.
Yeah, because of your phone, area code and all the, That song is from 1986.
Huh. What else happened in 1986?
39 years ago.
39 years ago.
And that's when this show started.
Yeah.
Radio from Hell.
Yeah. Monday will be our 39th anniversary.
So if you want to send us gifts and
Gifts.
you know,
You don't have to send
it's
gifts.
your presents and
Sure.
yeah, Monday.
Get them here by Monday morning because I leave Tuesday. So.
Katie said she's going to have some kind of a little celebration for us here in the
Oh, really?
studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Believe it or not, she's a party planner.
Katie's just an organizer generally.
Yeah, and she likes to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
Okay. Let's see. Is this sponsored, Gina?
X96 welcomes Lola Young Saturday, November 29th to the Union. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Oh, this is a win it before you can buy it situation here. Lola Young tickets.
Thank you.
well, I'm your announcer, Johnny O. And before we get to be Gina, did you know that 5 million dairy farmers are doing their part to make sure there's plenty of butter for Americans' lunchboxes? Butter gives concentrated food value, concentrated energy, the kind workers need today more than ever. Into butter, nature has placed an abundance of energy elements. Lucky for us, there's no shortage of butter in America.
For now.
Even economy lunches taste better with butter. Make sure you spread both sides of sandwiches thickly with butter.
Thickly.
Make a generous slice of cheese a must. Include butter-baked cake, pie, or cookies. Keep your men flying and working with butter. Remember, it's better with butter.
I've heard that.
And now, he's better than butter. He's your host, Kerry Jackson.
I can't believe it's not butter. All right. Thank you very much, Johnny Ola.
Welcome.
Professional game show announcer. The randomizer has picked your contestant. Gina, you'll be going up against Mary today.
Hi, Mary.
Are you there?
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Hi, Mary. All right.
Mary, that's a grand old name.
We're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
I'm going with tails.
All right. See what happens. It is heads. Oh.
No.
Means
Sorry.
Gina goes 1st. I'm sorry.
You're going to have to work if you win these Lola Young tickets.
Yep, you've already got the disadvantage, Mary. The first question is for Gina to answer on her own exclusively with no interference from you. It's multiple choice pop culture.
Because we know how you are, Mary.
Multiple choice pop culture trivia. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, Mary, you've been paying attention, and you'll answer the same question correctly, stealing Gina's point away. Or not. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. It is Noah Wiley's birthday today from ER.
ER and the Pit.
The Pit actor.
yes.
And that
is
show
that?
with the Skitters.
Yeah, Skitters. Skitters. Hated
Alien
that guy.
show. Anyway, but Noah Wiley trivia. First question for Gina. Gina,
Yeah.
Noah Wiley went on stage and gave a speech disguised as which popular tech CEO? This is not from a movie or anything.
Okay.
It's
this
just something
is,
he did on
all
his
right.
own. Disguised as which popular tech CEO? Was it 1, Steve Jobs? Was it 2, Steve Wozniak? Was it 3, Hank Serpico? Or 4, Gavin Belson?
I'm going Steve Jobs.
Jobs is correct.
I believe that's correct. That's a point for Gina. Now, Mary, we go to you.
Mary, Noah Wiley left school at 14 years old
He did?
to audition for which 1989 film? Is it 1, Ass, the movie? It's a real movie.
Okay.
Is it 2, Freddy Got Fingered? Is it 3, Valmont? Or 4, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
I'm going to say 4.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Well, terribly sorry, no.
No, that would have to be Valmont then.
Valmont, yes.
Never
correct.
heard of it.
Me neither.
That's 2 points for Gina.
Neither.
Yeah. 2 points for Gina, and Gina controls the question, Mary.
This could go quickly.
This is not good.
All right,
Oh, boy.
here we go.
Don't worry, Mary. Everything will be fine.
In the end, it works out.
How did Noah leave ER?
Okay.
His character, Dr. Carter. How
Okay.
did his character
Okay.
leave ER, the TV show? Is it 1? He was arrested for cannibalism.
Could happen.
I want to see that show.
Is it 2? He reunited with Makemba Likasu and decided to start anew with her in Africa. Is it 3? He declared his love for Dr. Ross, George Clooney. Mm-hmm. They walked out hand in hand and opened an antique store in Palm Springs. Or is it 4? He suffered a breakdown and quit medicine after he was unable to save the life of Archie Morris. I want you to know I had to do research for this one, okay?
2.
It
yes.
is 2, yes. Wow.
Yeah,
he reunited with... I remember that, yeah.
It's a sweep.
I'm sorry, Mary.
It's a sweep.
You got no points.
Oh, Mary, I feel bad. I wiped the floor with you, Mary. That wasn't nice.
You know, Katie, if you haven't gotten our trivia questions for tomorrow yet, I've got plenty of No Wiley ER, and they're all ER questions.
Mary, Gina was about to tell you get the tickets anyway.
Yeah, that's right. The Lola Young, Saturday, November 29th at the Union. Tickets go on sale this Friday. You can find ticket links and more information about that show at x96.com.
All right, we'll put you on hold, tell you how to get those tickets.
I just had a call with Mrs. Ola. I said, make sure I'm coming home. Bring me the butter.
Get me the butter. All right. Big Boy News now, brought to you by...
Experience the Utah Arts Festival June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square, featuring legendary performers including Leftover Salmon, Robert Randolph, Souls of Mischief, Grammy nominee M.V. Caldera. Get tickets now at uaf.org.
Well, Post Malone is set to take over the former Tequila Cowboy and Wannabes karaoke bar locations for his new bar on Nashville's Lower Broadway.
It'll be a huge hit, I'm sure.
The 9-time Diamond-certified Grammy Award-nominated global superstar has officially announced his plans to open his very own bar and entertainment venue on Lower Broadway in collaboration with TC Restaurant Group, the hospitality powerhouse behind venues for Morgan Wallen, Luke Bryan, Jason Aldean, and many more. The new establishment, set to be located at 305 Broadway, will be Broadway's largest ground floor footprint at a whopping 26,000 square feet. The sprawling space will include 6 bars, 3 live music stages, a full-service dining room, and a rooftop hangout, all designed to reflect the honky-tonk grit and country soul that Lower Broadway is known for, infused with Post Malone's own eclectic style.
That makes sense.
It'll be fun. What was the place we had here in Salt Lake that had several bars and there was a pretty good-sized stage upstairs?
Oh, was it the Bay over here?
No. I think of somebody will know what it is.
Was it the Vortex? Was it?
No. Somebody will
DVA?
Text us and let me know. The Utah House Majority Caucus has elected new leadership. Following a closed-door meeting, Representative Casey Snyder, Republican from Paradise, Utah, was elected by his Republican colleagues to serve as the new majority leader. He will replace Jefferson Moss. You remember Jefferson Moss?
I don't
No idea.
Either. Who resigned from the Utah State Legislature to serve as the head of the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity. That led to reshuffling of leadership posts under House Speaker Mike Schultz, Republican Hooper, in Tuesday night's election. Representative Snyder went from Assistant Majority Whip to Majority Leader. House Republicans also elected Representative Candace Perucci, Republican from Harriman, to be the new Majority Whip, succeeding Carrie Ann Lisenby. Representative Bridger Bollender, Republican from Grantsville, elected Assistant Majority Whip. I'm sure that these people are going to be full of soul and heart and care for the people of Utah and want nothing but the best for us.
Yeah, Carrie Ann Lisenby's leaving so she can spend more time lecturing people about controlling their intake of sperm.
Oh, yes.
I like to remind people that was her.
Yeah. Was it port of call?
Yes.
Okay.
Port of call. Thank you.
Our texters have.
They know.
And Stephanie have alerted me.
Thank you. I knew somebody would know what I was talking about. A passenger, was that building even there anymore?
Nope.
No,
I didn't think so.
It's where the board cube is.
Yeah, it was right there.
Yep.
Yeah. A passenger with an active case of measles traveled through Salt Lake City's International Airport multiple times before Memorial Day.
Multiple times?
Utah health, people do that. They come and go. Utah health officials did not believe the incident warranted an alert or an advisory at the time, and shared why they made that call. The passenger's travel in Utah was first reported by Park Record, which is I think that's the newspaper. Both dates of travel in and out of the airport occurred just days before the Memorial Day holiday weekend, which was first brought to light in a meeting of the Summit County Board of Health. The passenger traveled to Salt Lake City from Canada on May 19th before driving a rental vehicle to Burley, Idaho for a business trip. 4 days later, the person then traveled from Idaho back to Salt Lake, where they boarded another flight from the airport. During their time in the area, the passenger was not believed to have made any stops in Utah after arriving and before departing from the airport. The Utah Department of Health and Human Services says other passengers on the individual's flights were contacted by the Salt Lake County Health Department and connected to appropriate services to help prevent infection. Happily, this person did have some protection already, and before they got this measles case, they knew that they had been exposed back in their home country, but had thought they were protected, so traveled. So the evidence suggests that when they do have that kind of vaccine protection, they are less infectious, they have milder infection. So you can still get the measles.
Oh, yeah. It's just like anything. Yeah, it just gives you a less of a chance of it being a severe case.
Thanks. That's great.
Yeah, it is. A transgender teen in Utah had the go-ahead from the state's eligibility commission to participate in girls' high school activities, athletics. However, she was kept from competition by the Utah High School Activities Association, which cited Donald Trump's February executive order that sought to prohibit transgender girls from sports because it's such a huge problem. This is one person.
There are so few people.
And I think this person, like you said, passed. So they're saying, we check your hormone levels. We check, and they they're like, your hormone levels are fine.
Yep.
Still won't let them participate.
The revelation came during a June 2nd court hearing in the lawsuit over Utah's 2022 law that bans transgender girls from competing in girls' sports. A judge blocked the law from taking effect, and now 3rd District Court Judge Keith Kelly is grappling with the future of that lawsuit. The parties were back in court to hear a motion to dismiss the case. Whether the High School Activities Association was justified in barring the student from competition because of Trump's executive order is one of the central issues in the legal challenge. At the heart of the issue is what impact the president's action has on, as far as we know at this point, one student. Trump has formally asked Congress to claw back $9.4 billion in already approved spending cuts, taking funding away from programs targeted by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency.
I don't think you can
So Musk took all this money out of various programs, and then he started criticizing Trump's bill. So Trump is going to show him, I'm going to take get some of that money back. It's a process known as rescission, which requires President Trump to get approval from Congress to return money that had previously been appropriated. Trump's aides say that the funding cuts target programs that promote liberal ideologies.
Liberal ideologies.
You mean helping people?
Yeah, helping people.
Yeah.
That's what I hear when I hear.
That's being woke.
Yeah.
A sick mom accused of murdering. Oh, okay, I'm not going to do that story.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to end on that. I'll end on this. Antiques Roadshow.
They were in town.
Yeah, having an eye. That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I was born into a family of auctioneers, said Nicholas Lowry. He was one of the many appraisers at the Antiques Roadshow yesterday, held at the Red Butte Garden and Arboretum. The PBS TV series has aired since 1997 and has since been a staple for lovers of antiques and collectibles. And you know what? It's I wonder if Ken Sanders was there. He should have been. He's been a book appraiser on that show several times.
Why is there a Mr. Peanut? What is that? What?
Because people
Is
bring
that
all
an antique?
people bring all kinds of stuff.
Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, people
I
bring
need to know
all.
more about that.
They bring all kinds of stuff, collectibles and all of that. So, yeah, so but somebody has a a big Mr. Peanut that looks like it's made out of plastic.
Is it a costume? Or?
No, I think it's. Oh, it might be. It might be. See where it's cut out there?
Yeah.
You can put it over your head, I think.
And is that a Thomas Kincaid painting? I don't think that's a Antique
No,
Roadshow.
that's not. But if you get into, I got into watching Antiques Roadshow for a while there, and I couldn't stop for a long time. I haven't seen it for.
Did it make you want to look through your house and see if you had anything?
No, it's just, but it is just fascinating. Oh, says here it's a sculpture of Mr. Peanut.
Okay.
And it's just a very soothing show, and they tell interesting stories about these items, and it's amazing the appraisers they have, what they can tell people about these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just astonishing.
All right. Sports weather traffic.
Well, fans saw a strange sight around Kent State's Divine Diamond when the Louisville High School softball team rolled in to take on their regional final. A bunch of yellow rubber chickens. The idea came about early in the season when one of the girls saw a TikTok video, the coach said. They started keeping a rubber chicken around as a rage chicken. Whenever something didn't go well, they would toss the chicken in the dugout. The girls have taken it and run with it. They love the concept of rage chickens. Because there is something satisfying about throwing around a rubber chicken when you're not happy.
I guess.
Okay. Rage chickens. I don't know if there'll be any rage chickens at the Bees game tonight, but there will be dogs. It's a bark in the park tonight. That game starts at 7:00. Weather. It's still pretty chilly this morning, 59 right now, going to get up to a high of 77 and sunny skies today, 81 tomorrow, 84 Friday. Pride Parade and Pride Festival going to have sunny skies and pretty warm temperatures, 84 Friday, 89 Saturday, and for the parade on Sunday, 92. Traffic, we have a crash, northbound I-15 in Lehigh, 2 left lanes closed, milepost 282. Crash I-15 southbound on the collector at 21st South, left shoulder affected there. Debris in the road westbound I-80 at the Foothill Parley's Way, right lanes are closed there. Fire affecting the roadway southbound I-15, this is in Box Elder County, 2 right lanes affected. Crash northbound I-15 at Church Street in Davis County. And a crash southbound I-15 8th North in Orem, off to the right shoulder. Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or HasterGames.com.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after these with your list of things that must go.
603-986.
Things that must go, brought to you by
Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium finally surfaced. See Shark Kingdom 3D on the giant IMAX screen. Snap a selfie with our 11-foot shark and enjoy shark-themed snacks and gifts. It's happening all summer long.
Things that must go on the radio.
Well, my friends, these are things that you send to us that are just aggravating you. You can't take it anymore. I can't stand no more. And so you put it down on paper or, well, you put it in an email, these things that must go, and you send them to radiofromhell@x96.com. And hopefully, if we read yours on the radio, it'll make you feel better. And sometimes these things magically disappear from your life. I'll go first. I've got from our old friend Chuck Gravanek, or Cajun Chuck, as he says. Our band, he's in a band.
Okay.
Been invited to play at the Heart and Soul Music Stroll on June 14th in Sugar House. Here is a list of things that must go. I moved to Louisiana at the end of January, but I set up this gig knowing that I would fly back to play in the band.
Yes.
So why did the rest of the band decide now's the time to incorporate 2 new songs into our set list?
This is not the time for the new stuff.
I'm good, but we could have just rested on our tried and true songs that we love to play. And then the constant complaining about how we will set up. Will we have time to practice, etc. We've played together for 10 years. I really thought we had it figured out by now. And finally, no one being able to pick me up at the airport and bring me to the gig like the rock star I always wanted to be. Again, that's Heart and Soul Music Stroll in Sugar House, Saturday, June 14th, Therapy by Proxy. I'd be happy to pick you up at the airport, Chuck, and treat you like a
Bill will
rock
be
star.
your roadie.
Yeah. Let's see. This one says, please don't use my name. Grown-ass people who insist on celebrating their birthday as if they were 5 years old. I'm not saying you shouldn't celebrate, but geez, insisting on some type of theme or getaway with decorations and gifts and games and activities and being very upset if all friends can't make it is annoying. Can't we just celebrate each other with a drink or dinner or like normal people? Please make this go. This one says, online catalogs must go. We've tried to get Uline to stop mailing catalogs to us for some time. For some reason, we keep getting more. Now we receive 3-inch thick catalogs at least once a month.
Oh, I get the Restoration Hardware one.
I don't
that's
get
like
any of those.
2 inches thick.
Uline, we love you, but save trees. Please, will you? We order online. We don't need physical catalogs. And finally, this one. Good morning, Lords. You may use my name. Okay, it's Zane. Please listen carefully as our menu options have changed. I agree with that one because, when they say that, because the menu options never change.
Yeah.
Your vehicle warranty is expired. I got a letter in the mail for a vehicle I don't even have anymore, and in the mail. People who say lords and lady. Gina is a lord of morning radio.
Thanks, Zane.
Getting the car washed, then the next day it rains, and finally it's raining on Monday, and we can't barbecue and swim in the pool like we wanted to. Thank you, lords. Zane. Carrie?
This first one from my wife. Things that must go: pre-party anxiety of, I don't have enough food.
Yeah.
No matter how much food I have, I always get the pre-party anxiety and start pulling stuff out of the pantry and the fridge.
Do we have any crackers?
I'm that way with the booze for the party. We don't have enough booze.
Let's see, this one from Connie. I buy deep pocket sheets. The fitted sheet is a great fit. The top sheet, however, doesn't have enough fabric to tuck in the sheets. For the love of all that's holy, I simply want a properly made bed. This one from Tristan. Trevor Lee must go.
Yes.
While we're at it, his daddy Mike can hit the bricks too. Thank you.
Not related, but it feels like they are.
Yeah. They have the same family. Let's see. Please don't. It doesn't say I can use the name, so I won't. I don't know what it is these days, but people are just no-shows without any notification when they've made a commitment to be somewhere. I just hate it. Also, could you please get men, not all but some, to keep quiet in yoga class so they don't sound like they're struggling with a bowel movement or having an aneurysm or so annoying. And then finally, this one, when you try to get automatic soap dispensers to dispense and it thinks you're invisible.
Yeah, I hate that.
So you wave like an idiot, and then it finally works, And get soap all over everywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go.
My neighbor who put the chair out with the free sign on it, that no one ever picked up, he has now added 2 more chairs to it, maybe thinking, well, maybe if I put the whole set out there, someone will want them.
What, are they good?
No, they're old and falling apart and dirty. No one wants your old broken chairs.
I think I want them.
Let's see. This is a follow-up from Jocelyn's list. It was so long last week, I split it up for this week. Budget proposals that somehow forget poor people exist. Photo ops pretending to fix problems instead of policies that actually do. Bipartisan bills which were clearly written by lobbyists during their lunch break. Cabinet appointees with resumes that read like how to tank a department. Telemarketers who call during dinner. Plastic packaging that's harder to open than a bank vault. Flat earthers with Wi-Fi access. And autocorrect that turns I'm on my way into I'm an omelet. Let's see, this from Tasha. Moving must go. When I first moved out at 17, it was exciting. Buying my DI furniture, grocery shopping at midnight, it was a dream. 30 years, 3 homes, and 2 adult children later, how the hell did I get so much stuff?
Yeah.
Purging is great, and I'm glad I can give back to some donation centers. My advice for the teens that are going to get my stuff at the DI, minimalize. Also, my daughter, who's avoided correspondence the past couple weeks because she doesn't want to help. Quit being selfish. I raised you better. Let's see. This sad one from Rebecca. My sweet dog and owner of my heart, Walter White, getting older, must go.
Oh.
And finally this. Sitting here in the 90-plus degree heat, the ice cream man driving around playing Christmas songs, always Christmas songs in the middle of the summer. That's the same thing. My guy that comes through my neighborhood, it's Silent Night and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Why can't they get...
I don't know.
Maybe they just think that's...
It must go.
Does it cost more?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Things that must go on the radio.
I'm guessing those songs are in public domain is why.
Oh.
I'll bet that's it.
Probably.
They're free to...
Yep.
Yeah.
It is weird, though, when you hear the Christmas song.
Yep.
Ah, man. You know, I was just sitting here thinking about my trip to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to mention, I had a Chicago dog.
Of course.
Okay.
And I had the Italian beef sandwich, the hot beef sandwich.
Ah.
That the one that
The bear.
The bear.
How was it?
I quite enjoyed it. It's messy.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes in
a loose meat sandwich.
do it
comes
right.
in a long roll.
Yep.
I got a 6-inch. My son ate a 12-inch one.
Wow.
I don't know how he did it, but it's beef mainly, and I'm sure it's different in every place you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only other ingredient I think is like little peppers, and the beef is like
very thin,
it's
sliced.
stringy. It's stringy. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it was like on a cheesesteak.
Mm-hmm.
How it's just kind of stringy, and then it's wrapped real tight in the roll, and then it's just doused with juice, like
Jus?
yeah, and then they wrap it up really tightly.
Is there cheese?
No.
Well, I would eat that.
And when you get it home and you unwrap it, or when you start to eat it, the bread is just soggy from all the juice. So it kind of falls apart, and you kind of pick at it and eat it.
But it's delicious.
It was really good. Now the one I had, I said my only complaint, and I have this. I don't know if it's something I've developed or it's true. It was a little too salty, and I find food a little too salty kind of fairly often.
Maybe that's just you.
I don't know. It's what will ruin a nice restaurant meal for me. I'll get it something, and it's happened at various restaurants, and you know what it is. It's a sous chef or something at the end going, what this needs is a little, another little throw of salt on it, and then it's too much. So this is.
I don't encounter that a lot.
I don't. I wouldn't.
I'm
say
wondering if it's your taste buds.
No, I wouldn't say I encounter it a lot, but it's.
I want one of these.
That does
The 1962 recipe is beef stock, bay leaves, garlic powder, tomato paste, crushed red pepper.
That's for the juice. And then what?
Bell peppers,
Yep.
top sirloin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now look and see, we should look and see. Somebody in town must make one.
Italian beef sandwich?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll bet somebody in town.
I'm
makes
sure
it.
there is.
Italian beef sandwich near me.
Yeah.
Well, do traffic first.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Crash southbound I-15, 8th North in Orem, off to the right shoulder. Crash northbound I-15, Church Street. This is up in Davis County. Right lane closed there. Fire affecting the roadway in Box Elder County, southbound I-15 at milepost 356. 2 right lanes are closed there. Debris westbound I-80. This is Foothill Parley's Way. Right lanes affected there. And a crash southbound I-15 collector ramp 21st South. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music. Enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Don't miss Avi Kaplan with Guthrie Brown this Friday, June 6th at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
KXRK Provo, we will take a break, play a song for you. After that song, it's the Boner Recap. Game, easy to play, easy to win. All you have to do is tell us who won the boner this morning. Now, I wouldn't guess today. If you were listening, you know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't guess if I were you. I would go ahead and cheat. I mean, call in, line up now, 877-602-9696 to win. But while you're online, go to our website and take a look there, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boners June 4, 2025. It'll say winner next to the correct answer. What's our prize?
Morrissey tickets coming October 4th to the Union.
All right. Morrissey tickets. 877-602-9696 is the number to call to play the Boner Recap game for those Morrissey tickets. Retire with Jim.
So do you ever sit around and imagine what it's going to be like when you don't work anymore, and then you think, well, what am I going to live on? I haven't made any plans for that. You need somebody to help you with that kind of thing. A financial planner. You need Jim. Our buddy Jim knows what to do. Consult with a professional. You can set up a free session with Jim by just going to retirewithjim.com/x96. That's retirewithjim.com/x96. Everybody is different. Everybody has a unique situation about what kind of savings they can do, what they can invest in. You might be surprised. You think, I can't invest in anything. I don't have. You can. There are ways you can invest without a lot of money. We all work hard for our careers most of our lives, and we should be able to retire in comfort. And our friend Jim wants to help you with that. I've had a financial planner for years, and I'm really glad I do have one. So go to retirewithjim.com/x96. That's retirewithjim/x96 for a free session.
Please.
So we're usually talking to our good friend Jimmy the wine guy right now, but he's traveling.
He's in Europe.
And got me thinking. This is something I wanted to talk to you guys about. So Joe, my husband Joe, and I are trying to develop a drink, and we haven't quite figured it out yet. But let me tell you the evolution of it so far.
Yeah, why are you doing this?
Well, we were talking about the Big Lebowski. And when you talk about the Big Lebowski, you think of what?
White Russian.
White Russians.
Oh, that's simple enough.
Yeah. And I said, but I don't like the idea of a White Russian.
Why is that?
Because the
What?
White Russian.
It's
what?
You know what I prefer?
What?
I prefer a brown Egyptian to a White Russian. So we said, how can we come up with...
So what you did was you started with the name of the drink.
Yes.
And now you're working your way.
You just didn't like the name of the White Russian?
Yeah.
But
I would rather drink something called a brown Egyptian than a White Russian.
I don't know. A brown Egyptian sounds kind of
Well, here's where
sludgy.
here's where we started.
Okay.
So our friends at Simplicity Cocktails,
All right.
they have bourbon cream.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a White Russian has Kahlua.
Yes.
And it's a black Russian, I think, as I recall.
I think, yeah.
But bourbon cream, that already sounds kind of brown, doesn't it?
Yes.
So this is the basis for our.
Is the bourbon? That's as far as you've gotten now.
Well,
I think if you're going to call it a dirty Egyptian and you want it
Not
to be
a
bourbon,
dirty- not a-
I'm
no.
sorry, a brown Egyptian. If you're going to call it that, you should just drink it out of the bottle.
Well, and Joe said maybe we call it a swarthy Egyptian rather than a brown Egyptian. But I kind of like it's not a white Russian, it's a brown Egyptian. So
Okay, so you got the bourbon cream.
So in a white Russian, the thing that makes it Russian is it's vodka.
Yes.
That's why. Mm-hmm. Now there isn't really a liquor that says Egypt.
Well, they're not supposed to
there's
drink.
not a.
That's not really a. So, but we're going to stick with bourbon because if you have bourbon cream, we're like, okay, so we'll do actual bourbon with the bourbon cream, sort of mix it with that. But Joe said, he said, there should be some salt in it. And I said, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it's a great idea. And so I started looking into it. So you have simple syrups that are
Yes.
like a sugar
There's
solution.
it's just sugar water. Yeah.
And probably Ivy at Boostique probably has some of these things that I'm going to tell you about. It's a saline solution. So like simple syrup, but
Okay.
and
You
don't
can also get that at the hospital.
and you don't need a lot of it. But I found article after article from mixologists, and I want to talk to Jimmy about this sometime, and bartenders saying a little bit of salt in a cocktail does what it does for food. Just a little bit. It brightens it up. It makes it.
Maybe you should have Googled brown Egyptian before you went forward with this. Because when I Google brown Egyptian, here's what I get. It's mummy brown, also known as Egyptian brown, or caput mortuum, which translates to dead man's head. It's a pigment, a rich brown paint made from grinding up Egyptian mummies. The paint was prized for its transparency and was used for painting shadows and glazing and flesh tones in oil and watercolor. So maybe you ought to put a pinch of mummy dust in your...
Or maybe we call it the swarthy Egyptian, like my husband suggested. But we're workshopping our own signature drink.
Okay.
Something that every family, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, and you ought to include the kids. You really should include the kids if it's a signature.
In the signature family drink.
Yeah.
Sure.
That bourbon cream, Simplicity Cocktail
Is it
bourbon cream. I mean, even just in coffee.
What is it? Just like Irish cream would? It's got
Yeah.
bourbon in it
Yeah.
instead of.
So
Well, I guess Irish cream has Irish whiskey.
Would this be on the rocks? This
Yes.
drink?
So
Okay.
like
Something-
a white Russian.
Something
like,
else that Egypt is not really
yeah.
known
I mean,
for.
no,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
we're trying to put elements of Egypt in it. And,
Okay.
And
Why don't you develop an Italian bombshell?
well, but see, Ed, there's all kinds of Italian drinks. That's the challenge. Is
that's because
you don't think
that's because Italians drink alcohol and Egyptians don't generally.
That's why we're trying to come up with a signature drink.
Well, it should be non-alcoholic then.
We'll workshop this.
Geppetto in Kearns says that's a song that I have not heard in a long time in Kearns.
In Kearns?
In
well,
Kearns.
It's one of those, if you know, you knows. And it's from 1986.
What's the significance of that?
Of it being from 1986?
Yeah.
Blood and Roses by the Smithereens. Because we are also from 1986.
Oh, yeah.
This show.
On Monday, Katie tells us.
Monday is our 39th anniversary.
Do you feel every day of that?
Every second.
You know, I was in the bathroom a second ago, and I had this awful thought that's how I'll die, on the toilet at work.
That's the thought you had
Yes.
while you were in there?
Yes.
Wow.
So when
I don't
we're
know why
doing the show one day and Bill doesn't come back,
Right,
He doesn't come back?
I know we have a long break. Where
Well,
is he?
I'm not going in to check. I'll send an intern.
Yeah, he'll send what's his name, Sam in there.
Tanner?
If you insist, okay. Go see if Bill's still in the bathroom, Tanner.
Bill hasn't come back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Guy in the chat room says Elvis was at least at home.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought that would be the most ignominious, awful
On
way.
the toilet at work. That's,
just to pass away. It would be just so awful.
Ugh. All right.
You start thinking about those kind of things when you've been doing this job for 39 years.
Yep. Okay.
Do we have somebody there?
Suzanne is here.
Suzanne, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Well, how are you?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We worry when you
Yes.
talk this way, Bill.
Yes, no, I am. I'm really fine. I'm just fine, Suzanne.
Okay.
I'm not going to die on the toilet at work
Gee.
today.
All right.
Today.
Today.
It's because he doesn't need to go again.
No, I've got that taken care of. Okay. Anyway, Suzanne, you're here for a very special reason. You're here
I am.
to select the boner winner, and you know what happens if you do it correctly.
You will get
What happens?
tickets to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union.
Would you like to see Morrissey?
It'll be a birthday present.
Oh,
nice.
nice. That'd be very nice. Suzanne, listen carefully. I'll read the 3 boner candidates. You tell me the winner. I think you know the winner, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm never up this early.
Well, let's see if you can guess then, okay? Boner candidate number 1 was the sledgehammer attack on science. This is a meteorologist, a weather guy in Florida. His name is John Morales, and he has been an expert over the years at predicting hurricanes, about where they'll go, how they travel, who needs to take cover, and people depend on him. He says, I'm here to tell you that I can't do that anymore. Not because I'm retiring, because of the budget cuts, the gutting, the sledgehammer attack on science in general of the National Weather Service and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, NOAA. Said, I don't have the tools anymore. I can't predict these earthquakes because of those cuts. That was boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 2, Pete says, make us proud. That's Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense. Pete Hegseth, and he has promoted a Pentagon staffer to the position of she was a deputy press secretary. Now she's the chief press secretary for the Department of Defense. Her name is Kingsley Wilson. He promoted her, and he knows that she believes in the white replacement theory. She believes in neo-Nazism because she tweets about this kind of thing all the time. Mm-hmm. And Pete Hegseth knows about it, but he said, no, make us proud, Kingsley, make us proud. That was boner candidate number 2. And boner candidate number 3, I'm taking bets on the date we changed the name of Harvey Milk Boulevard here in Salt Lake City. You know who Harvey Milk was, Suzanne?
Vaguely, but not totally. No.
A gay rights icon.
Yeah.
He was elected to office in San Francisco. This was back in the 70s, I believe.
There's a movie, Sean Penn plays him.
It's called Milk.
It's called Milk.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn about him, that's a good place to start.
And we have a Ninth South, part of Ninth South is Harvey Milk Boulevard in honor of him. Well, the Navy has a ship that's called the Harvey Milk to honor him.
He was in the Navy.
He was, in fact, in the Navy. Anyway, he was murdered during the 1970s, and so a lot of things were named after Harvey Milk, including the Ninth South here. But I'm taking bets, and I'm guessing within a month.
Hegseth wants to remove that name and Ruth Bader Ginsburg's name and Harriet Tubman's name.
Thurgood Marshall.
Marshall's, a bunch of people.
So those are the three Boner candidates, Suzanne. They were all strong candidates. Can you tell me who you think the winner was?
It has to be 3. Makes me so angry.
Has to be.
You're exactly right. It was number 3. Number 3 was the winner, and that makes you. That's kind of sad, but it makes you a winner too.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you.
Happy birthday, Suzanne. Hang on, and Katie will tell you. Yes.
Oh, I was just going to say, no, my birthday's October 2nd, so that'll be my birthday.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it was a happy birthday
Happy
present.
birthday on October 2nd.
Yeah.
Remember that we said that then, okay?
Yeah, because the chances of us speaking between now and then are slim.
Although if you want to call us, like on October 2nd, we'll give you another happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hold on, Suzanne.
All righty.
Hang on.
Hold on the line.
If I can take a quick second,
Please.
remind people about something we have coming up.
Yes.
Join Radio from Hell and Salt Lake Acting Company June 29th for a Not Safe for Work podcast recording before a matinee show of Slack's annual satire summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives in the Salt Lake Hive. You can get tickets in the full lineup of shows at x96.com, and you can enter an online contest to win a VIP table for 4 stage side for the podcast recording and the performance. The show runs June 25th through the 17th. So if you go to x96.com, we did move that to the top banner on the page, so you can see that. Mm-hmm. And you can enter that contest. And there's a link there to buy tickets. I understand that they're selling quickly. So
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, there's only a certain number of tickets available, and so
All right.
get them while you can.
And I will be back in time for that.
Carrie's
Taking a world tour.
yeah,
My plane lands the night before, so...
he'll be nice and punchy.
Yes. All right. Well, we will take a break. We'll be back after these with some big boy news and a pinuendo. Stand by for that. RenaissanceRanch.com.
If you've had troubles with drugs and or alcohol, if you're experiencing that now, or if somebody in your family is experiencing it, it is such a difficult thing to reach out and ask for help. But Renaissance Ranch is there, and they can give you the help you need. They're a local family-owned addiction treatment center, Renaissance Ranch, and they specialize in male patients specifically, and they offer residential or outpatient services depending on what you need, and they're staffed by really caring people who are former addicts. They understand the addiction cycles and the troubles that you go through. Renaissance Ranch, you can schedule a free consultation and read compelling success stories. You just go to RenaissanceRanch.com. They have by the way, they have a lifetime guarantee. If you go through the program and then you relapse, you can go do it again for free. RenaissanceRanch.com. They accept most private insurance plans and.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Don't call this day drinking. This is Cheers, everybody. Please, don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Please, don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Please, don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Please, don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. All right, 9:20 right now. It's time for Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by.
Does your company have a process requiring ultra pure water? Trust the certified master water specialists at Water Specialties, Inc. For ultra pure water system design, installation, maintenance, or sanitation. Call the experts at Water Specialties, 801-281-4911, or visit waterspecialties.net.
Well, I hope we have this picture. I don't know if we do. I should have maybe said something ahead of time. But scientists believe that they may have finally cracked the age-old question of whether Adam and Eve, as depicted in the Bible, truly existed.
Is there a picture of them? Because that
There
would prove
is, and it's a wonderful picture. I don't know. Do we have it?
I'm sure we don't have it.
What Tom is saying, he's trying to get it right now. The Bible narrates that Adam and Eve were the first humans created by God and lived in the Garden of Eden. They are central to the belief that all humans descended from this original pair. Despite skepticism surrounding the biblical tale,
that's me.
An increasing body of evidence suggests that parts of the story could hold some truth. Astonishingly, archaeologists have unearthed some signs indicating that Eden might not only have been real, but also potentially the cradle of civilization. Biologists have demonstrated that all living humans do indeed share a common ancestor. Yes. However, that only makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
However, reconciling the biblical accounts with contemporary science necessitates discarding a lot of the narrative.
Yeah.
In the scriptures, Adam and Eve reside in the Garden of Eden, depicted as a land of abundance and plenty. Intriguingly, the Bible also provides a fairly precise indication of the location of this mythical garden. Genesis, the first book of the Bible, describes a river flowing through Eden, splitting into 4 tributaries: the Pison, the Gihon, the Tigris, and the Euphrates.
Well,
it's Iraq.
Well, there they are, Iraq.
Those aren't in Missouri.
Nope, they're not. Jackson, Missouri, I think specifically, isn't it? So we're sorry.
Sorry.
We're sorry. The mystery surrounding the exact location of the rivers described in Genesis, there are the Gihon and the Fison. They're not sure what those were. There's more to the story here, but
Where is the story from?
this is from the Daily. Let's see, the UK
Daily
the Daily
Mail?
Mail, I think. Yeah, and it's a wonderful painting of Adam and Eve that I was hoping.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a picture. They didn't have cameras back
No,
then.
they had to stand for a portrait.
Look, let's get to the important part. The talking snake. Let's get to that.
Yeah.
That's the important part of that whole
Is there a
story.
picture of that?
Gibson Guitars and Universal Home Entertainment, in conjunction with filmmaker Doc Crozer, have launched a Lost to the Future, a search for the Gibson ES 345 cherry red guitar that Michael J. Fox, as Marty McFly, played in the beloved movie. As fans know, Fox picked up the guitar during the movie's Enchantment Under the Sea high school dance, where he performed Earth Angel by the Penguins and then shredded Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good. The guitar, which was rented as a prop from Norm's Rare Guitars in Tarzana, California. If you want a rare guitar, you go to Norm.
Norm knows his stuff.
I saw a documentary about Norm and his shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, actually,
It's pretty fascinating.
This is a documentary. They're doing a documentary about trying to find that guitar because it went missing and Norm is not quite sure.
I got a lot of guitars. I don't keep track of all of them.
Back to the Future made me want to make movies as a kid, made me want to pick up a guitar. Mr. Crozer that's Doc Crozer, filmmaker, told Billboard magazine, I'm a guitar player, but I'm just a hobbyist. I went on with my filmmaking career, but I've always wondered what happened to that guitar. Nobody seems to know. So they're launching a search to see if they can find that red Gibson guitar. If you have a cat, apparently a new study is showing that cats spend significantly more time sniffing strangers than their own owners.
Well, they already know what the owner smells
Yeah.
like. They don't have to say.
Yeah, suggesting that they know exactly who you are by your smell.
Sure they do, of course.
Japanese research, and cats really. You think of dogs always sniffing things, but you watch cats; they do lots of sniffing as well. The Japanese researchers put 30 domestic cats through an elaborate smell test. Each cat was presented with 3 scent samples: one from their owner, one from a complete stranger, and a blank control sample with no human scent at all. Cats spent much longer investigating the stranger scent compared to their owner's smell or the blank sample. Research findings confirm cats are using so they smell and they go, oh, that's my human. I know what that smells
I know.
like. I know that smell.
I don't know this other guy over here though.
That's kind of fascinating. Let's see. Doritos and M&Ms could be forced to put on warning tags.
What?
Put warning tags in Texas. What they're doing, let me just click over here. A bill on the verge of becoming a law in Texas would require labels on packaged food from Skittles to Mountain Dew that warn about ingredients, quote, not recommended for human consumption by other countries.
Oh, by other countries.
Oh, I see.
So they're when you buy Doritos or Skittles or M&Ms in other countries, there are certain ingredients that they don't allow. And so they're not in them.
Well, I tend to trust that.
Yeah, I kind of do too. So maybe
anywhere that has more strict requirements than we do, I like that.
Yellow number 5. Yellow number 5.
Miley Cyrus is revealing the secret behind her glowing skin.
Please do tell.
God, no, you don't want to hear that.
I don't think you want to hear.
Oh no.
No.
Should I tell her?
Well, now everybody wants to know.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. She took a moment to chat with the audience at the. She did a surprise performance at the Carlisle Hotel in the bar there, and she took a moment to chat with the audience about her beauty routine. I tried salmon sperm. Have you heard about this? I tried it.
You heard about this?
It tastes kind of strange, but my skin looks really good. She said before clarifying. I mean, I didn't mean to drink it. It's just like a whole mask.
But some got in your mouth?
I guess. She also said, I never met the salmon. It came prepackaged.
He never met the salmon.
I don't even know if it is what it says it is. I don't know. But I do feel like my skin's looking pretty good. Huh?
That's not a thing.
Dropkick Murphys have announced they're going to put out a new album. And I think they've already released this single called Who'll Stand With Us. But their new album, it'll be the video for the politically charged lead single "Who Will Stand for Us" can be streamed now. It's available. Guns and what?
Nothing.
Guns N' Roses just did something live for the first time in 30 years. It says they did a show in Istanbul, Turkey. Featured 2 major set list changes. One of them a choice they haven't made in over 30 years. Oh, I see. So they did a song that they hadn't done in 30 years.
What was it?
They performed at the BJK Tupra Stadium in Istanbul, and they did "What You Want and What You Get" are 2 completely different things. And,
That is true.
And "Out to Get Me."
They never do Out to Get Me?
No, they haven't performed it since 2017. And it's "Out to Get Me."
Okay.
Oh, and "It's So Easy." That's the 2.
Really?
Let's see. Liam Gallagher, Fish announced a tour. Wicked for Good is coming out. The second part of. I didn't ever see the.
It's on Peacock.
Is it?
You can watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I should have seen it in the theater.
I hear it's long, but I also hear the second part of the movie is even longer.
Yeah,
I understand correctly.
I think that's right, and I think that
Which is
fans are
weird
happy for that.
Because the play is not.
Well, apparently they added
must
a
have
whole
added
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
so.
Let's see if we have anything else here.
Maybe it'll tie it right up to the the original movie. Who knows?
Let's see. There's it's a video. If you want to look for a video, an etiquette expert showing the correct way to eat a banana. I watched it.
Can you describe it?
Okay, so what he does, and he's like sitting in a mansion, and he's wearing a really nice suit.
It's the only place an etiquette expert would be.
And he has a knife and a fork, and he cuts a little end off of the banana, both ends.
Okay.
And then he uses his knife to cut
A section?
To slice the peel all the way down vertically.
Like you're cleaning a trout.
Oh,
Yeah,
I follow this guy. I love him.
Yeah. Is he fascinating? I didn't listen to his commentary.
His whole Instagram profile is about etiquette.
Yeah.
It's
That's the way you're supposed to eat it?
You cut off the other end, you turn your knife on its side, you score down the skin, you peel back the skin, and then eat like so. And he cuts a piece and takes with a fork. And
Chat room has found it here. And,
I follow all kinds of etiquette accounts.
I wonder if this guy. I wonder if this guy.
Wouldn't know it.
I know.
I wonder if this guy eats pizza with a fork.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure.
I wonder if he's probably done that. His
you
name's
just-
William Hanson.
Yeah. Somebody says you pre-peel your banana before serving it. That's preposterous.
Well, it just turned brown really quick, right?
Yeah.
Well, then he eats the whole banana.
All right.
All right.
Weather.
I'm going down the banana hole now.
Don't.
Let's see. 64 right now, going to get up to a high of 77. Sunny skies. No storms on the horizon, it looks like, and we just continue to get warmer. 81 tomorrow, 84 Friday, 89 Saturday. What are you laughing at, Bill?
How he eats grapes. He takes the bunch of grapes and he takes a small scissor and he cuts grapes
them
off and lets them fall onto his plate.
Yeah.
And then you eat them one by one.
He's
like
great.
So.
I love him.
George Costanza eats a Snickers with a
knife and fork.
Knife and fork.
Yeah, all right.
How do you eat peas? That's all.
I use
Peas
a
are
knife.
hard.
A knife.
I use a knife to eat peas.
All right.
That,
You did weather?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure. Concert calendar next. Hang on.
Listen to Radio for X96.
All right. Let's get this going.
It's time for the concert update with Mr. Trent Falcone.
Mr. Live Nation, is that what you were going for?
Mr. Live Nation, he's right there on the phone, I think. Are you there, Trent?
Well, hello.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Good.
I'm ready to hear what sort of concert nonsense we have going on.
Looks
this
like a
week.
bunch.
Quite a few.
Let's get right to the concert nonsense.
All right.
Shall we?
Yes.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. What's today? Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Today's the 4th.
Today,
Yes.
June 4th.
Yes.
Tonight, the Depot, Grant Perez. Friday, June 6th, you've got Thievery Corporation at the Depot. You've got Matt Rife out at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. And you've got the legendary OMD at the Union Event Center.
Wow.
I believe that one, that one's sold out, I think.
that's good.
Saturday, June 7th, Sandy Amphitheater, it's Hauser. Sunday, June 8th, this is really cool. So Sunday and Monday. So Bayside is playing at the Depot on Sunday night with the Smoking Popes, a great band. Sunday, they're playing songs from Sirens and Condolences, the self-titled The Walking Wounded, and Shudder. And then on Monday, also with the Smoking Popes, they're playing songs from Killing Time, Cult Vacancy, Interrobang, and There Are Worse Things Than Being Alive. So if you're a Bayside fan, this is your time to shine. You get 2 nights.
Okay, cool.
And then Tuesday, June 10th, it's They Might Be Giants at the Depot. I believe that one is also sold out.
Yeah,
so, but
probably
you never know.
Too bad.
Okay, on sale Friday, 10 a.m. Max McNown coming to Sandy Amphitheater. That's Monday, September 1st. Borns coming to the Depot October 28th. King Princess coming to the Depot November 14th. Lola Young coming to the Union November 29th. My goodness, and let me take a deep breath
There
of
you
joy.
go. There you go.
This.
Yes.
October 4th.
Yes.
Coming to the Union Event Center, Morrissey.
Oh, make it happen. Make sure it
We
happens,
hope.
Trent.
How many
It's gonna
Morrissey?
happen.
How many Morrissey
Every-
tattoos do you have?
Allegedly 3. But we're not sure.
All right.
Allegedly.
I know I've seen a couple of them. So
All right, giveaways this week. We're going to give you 2 tickets to see Bayside. We're going to give you 2 to the June 8th show. So those will be in will call. We're going to give you 2 tickets to see Trombone Shorty. That's June 21st.
make sure Gina doesn't get them.
You know what? Gina gets them too. I'll give you some of those too, Gina.
Thanks, Trent.
So those will, that's at Sandy Amphitheater. Those will be in will call as well. And then we're going to give you 2 tickets if you can come out to Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater this Friday night. 2 tickets to see you know what? We're going to give you a 4-pack.
Yes.
Yes.
On the party deck.
Oh.
We're going to give you a 4-pack on the party deck
Even
to see
better.
Matt Rife.
All right. First come, first serve. 877-602-9696. Call now. Mr. Falcone, always a pleasure to talk to you.
Great to talk to you guys. I'll see you next week.
you.
Regards to your family,
Yes.
and we'll see you the
Thank
next
you.
week.
Bye-bye. Okay. What else do we have? going?
He's always so lively. Hi, guys.
He has a lovely family, too.
So Live Nation has everything going on this weekend. So everything else that's kind of going on this weekend. You have the Pit Pockets with special guests over at the Stateroom. There's a lot of special guests. I did not want to list them. I'm sorry. You can go
okay.
find the link out there. Move Your Souls Tour. It is Avi Kaplan. I think it's Avi Kaplan and Guthrie Brown over at the Commonwealth Room. And then Frequency. It's a Pride event over at Urban Lounge if you want to check that out. Also on Saturday, you've got an evening with Dead Floyd over at the Stateroom.
It's Grateful Dead and Pink Floyd.
Yeah. You also have the Holly Festival of Colors going on in Salt Lake City and Mexico versus Switzerland soccer game at Rice Eccles Stadium.
Oh.
That would be a super fun game to go to. Other things that are going on, you have the Woodland Fairy Fest at Gardner Village going on all weekend long. You have Harry Potter, the exhibition on going on at Southtown Mall. You've got the Pride Festival going on all weekend long from all the events. I think there's a Pride Walk on Saturday, there's a Pride Walk and March on Saturday, and then on Sunday we have the Pride Parade, which we're going to be a part of. And then the event or the festival itself is going all weekend long. And then other things, the Salt Lake City Open Streets is happening on weekends.
That's starting, huh?
Yeah, so that's starting up this weekend. It's going to be Main Street, where they close down part of the area. So be aware of that. Kind of look out where those streets are going to close.
3 or 4 blocks of the Main Street.
Yeah, it's something like that. And then the farmers markets are finally up. You have Wheeler Farms Farmers Market on Sundays. You've got the Downtown Farmers Market and the Sandy City Farmers Market on Saturday mornings. There's links to those, so you can make sure you don't miss out on any of that. This is all up on our website. If not yet, it will be in a few minutes, and there's links to everything there.
Okay.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
very much, Katie. All right. Got about a minute here. Let's see now. We are going to be in the Pride Parade on Sunday.
Yes.
In a Jeep provided to us by the Youngs.
The young folks.
Young Automotive
Young
Group.
Automotive Group.
I don't know what color it's going to be.
Don't know.
We haven't picked it up yet.
It was orange last year.
Not sure which one, but
yeah.
Wear a hat.
Yes.
Wear
Sunscreen. No pets.
Where's the best way to look up the parade route, because it's changed again this year?
Let's see.
On their website.
I've got it all right here.
It's like UtahPride.org or something like that.
Yeah.
UtahPride.org.
Yeah. Everything is there.
Everything's there. And it's a shorter route this year.
Yeah.
Not the same number of participants, but a shorter route.
Yeah. And it changes every year. So if you're like, oh, we always go stand on this corner, make sure it's the map is there, the list of events, the list of performers is there, a full festival sketch. There's just tons of stuff going on. And luckily, we're going to have nice weather this year. It's going to be warm, but I'd rather that than the rain that we've had.
That's right.
Have we ever had crappy weather?
Yeah.
I don't recall. It seems like it's always been sunny and nice.
We had some cold weather at one time, and there was a slight bit of rain, I remember. It never rained out, but
no.
It's not like conference weekend,
No. And there's always the one corner with the protesters that seems to get smaller every year.
Smaller every year.
Well, they're dying off.
With any luck.
They're not recruiting new hate-filled people.
No. As you see, I think most people in this country are at least tolerant of gay people.
Somewhat.
I think they are. I think most people are.
Mike in Nashville wants to know, does Gina have something else other than the rainbow sweater finally?
Do I need something
apparently
else?
Mike is...
Are you tired of my rainbow sweater?
Tired of your outfit.
What?
Tough.
He wants you to get a new outfit.
That's tough. That's the only way I know.
Nice, Mike.
That's the only way I know it's her.
It's not nice at
Mike,
all.
if it's any consolation, I'll be wearing the same shirt I usually wear, my pink and blue.
I think I'll wear one of my big cowboy hats.
You should.
My Stetson.
Well, that's fine because Brad Wheeler won't be with it.
Yes.
Little Enos and Big Enos.
Yep, exactly.
Hey.
All right, we will take a break. We'll be back after some messages and a song. Oh, it'll be hot. That's why he's asking. He's worried that you're going to be too hot.
Okay. Not that you're tired
Not
of
that
seeing.
he's tired.
All right.
I just assumed.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be back after these messages and a song. Stand by for that. TracyAviary.org is the website. You can go there and plan your visit, get tickets there as well. TracyAviary.org. They've got some, it's just so nice to walk through. It's, if you're having a stressful day, take a lunch break and go and walk through the aviary. It's very, very nice. $1 from every ticket sold goes to Tracy Aviary's Conservation Fund. Tracy Aviary contributes more than $120,000 each year to conservation work in Utah and worldwide through this fund. So you can interactive bird shows. There's the keeper demonstrations, animal encounters, behind-the-scenes exhibit tours, nature play opportunities. But my favorite part is just walking around 8 acres of themed exhibits and botanical gardens and just taking a look at the birds and listening to them sing. It's just nice and pleasant. Like I said, stressful lunchtime, go to Tracy Aviary, walk through, you'll feel better going back to work. TracyAviary.org is the website. Learn more, plan your visit. They're at 5 let's see, 589 East, 1300 South, the southwest corner of Liberty Park. Did you miss out on your favorite radio from Hellbit today? Well, good. song is from 1986.
I forgot the House Martins. Whatever happened to them? Whatever happened to us?
Well, we're still here.
We're still here. The House Martins are not. This show is also from 1986. Our anniversary is on Monday, 39 years.
So that would be 1986 when you and I first started.
Yeah.
Is that right, Katie? She's done the math. Yeah.
I started at KJQ in 1988, but I did not join the show until 92.
92.
So do I get to?
You're a newcomer.
I'm the young.
Yeah.
You're just a newcomer.
Do I get to celebrate or?
Well, we'll just have a
Sure.
I mean,
a separate but equal celebration.
Oh, I'll take that.
Trying to see if the House Martins are doing anything at all still.
Please
nope.
tell me they're not.
Not since 1988.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, their career went 1983 to 1988 and out.
And that was it.
Yeah.
We've outlived the House Martins, folks.
They
all right.
They didn't do well. It was a lovely song, though.
It was. I quite liked it.
Yeah.
It's peppy.
It's happy hour again. All right. Well, let's do the promo. Then we'll get out of here.
Okay. Thursday's Radio from Hell show means it's time for an X poll.
Here's the question: what's the best sandwich you've ever had?
I'm not going to tell you where I had the best sandwich. You guys will ruin it.
Well, is it here? I mean, is it local? What kind of sandwich was it? Did it come with French fries?
My lips are sealed.
Why won't you tell us, Jackson?
Unseal your lips and tell us about your best sandwich. Tomorrow's Radio from Hell show here on X96.
He really won't. He's not going to tell us.
Not going to tell us.
I'm not.
Do they have tuna?
I don't think so.
Do they have chicken salad?
Yeah,
Those are cold sandwiches.
But there is a good chicken salad I'll tell you about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love chicken salad sandwich.
All right. I think we're good. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm going down the banana hole.
Okay. Good luck.
You know who's... No, I'm just...
No,
I can't.
it's not.